everything.
All right, that machine should be on now. Now, if I had any brains, if I wasn't just some English pig with no brains, I would have brought back my pair of headphones, because you can actually monitor it live to see about levels and how everyone would sound, because it's, you know, and I only...
The table. That's one of the worst, like, I had to stop listening to that because of the audio.
It was so upsetting, and he just was like, I don't know. He would constantly be like, it's not a problem, it's not a problem. It's like, no, like, you are blowing the audio out of everyone's cars if they're driving.
Yeah, all the Japanese people.
No, thank you.
No, okay, that's totally fine. That's be smart, save your gums and your teeth and your throat.
What's the other thing?
Your jowls.
What?
Is it what, smoking?
Well, you're not inhaling. You don't inhale cigars.
Oh, really?
So it doesn't. It's really unless you're a moron, it doesn't really affect your lungs. Will, you didn't cut it, did you?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I did.
Did you just burn yourself?
No.
It's like you guys know the Big Lebowski, and he's smoking the doobie in the car.
Yeah.
And he tries to flick it out the window.
Yeah.
And it lands on his lap, and he's like, ah! He's patting it out on him. Here, I'll cut your cigars.
Yeah.
Because you guys need a little bit of help.
Yeah.
I think the fellas need a little bit of help.
Are you using the same
Like I said, the last time I had a
No.
cigar, I cut it with a knife.
That ain't a knife. He is a knife.
Jesus fuck. Do you want me to do it?
No. I can do it.
It's up for debate right now.
Next man up.
What the fuck is up with these matches? I hate that.
So do you want me to hold the cigar and you do it?
No.
Thank you.
Huh? Do a little dry draw. Tell me if it pulls well enough. Do you not know which side to put in your mouth, Tyler?
I'm special, so no.
The other one that that one is the one that goes in your mouth.
Alright.
And see if you can. Can you get some airflow?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So that means your cuts are nice. So what I'm gonna do is I'll let him match, and hopefully I do better than Will.
It's like,
No,
he
these
striked
matches-
out 4 times.
These
at
matches
this point.
stink. They're not long enough.
I mean, I don't got much else here. So basically, you're just gonna like,
Yeah, like,
yeah. Don't inhale, please.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to rub your back while you puke. It happens to the best of us.
You're really struggling.
If
Keep
these
going.
matches.
Quick.
That's not me.
Little pull and then an exhale. There you go. That should get started now.
Uh-oh.
That should get
Okay,
started
I'm
now.
good.
I was like, oh god.
I just saw it. I was like, oh no.
That should get started now.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of nurse it a little bit,
Alright.
or else it'll go out. Same thing.
Alright.
Little pulls. Okay, you just touched the end of it to this match and put it out. That's all right.
Hear that?
He reached the cigar out and put the match out with the cigar at the foot of the cigar. That's all right. That's all right.
Well, you're gonna go through the whole pack of this.
No, it's the matches, Lily.
Oh.
It's not me.
It's like, you know how when you drink a milkshake, you put the milkshake in your mouth before you
Yeah, it's the
swallow it?
matches because I did it last night. Fine with the match that I had when we were at the Paul, can I get one of those matches when you're finished?
I'll come to you in a minute.
Okay. Because these matches are not.
No,
working.
Tyler, you're gonna need a little more. You're like not even. You gotta suck, dude. Come on. Okay, there you go. That might help. Blow through it. That'll help it get started. Brandon, is yours? Do you need a little more?
No, I'm good.
No, you're good. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna assume that I'm gonna need to relight someone's cigar. That's okay. The Julius Caesar.
Paul, can I use those? Can I try?
Can I light my own cigar first?
Sorry.
What is this, a Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah.
Romeo e Julieta.
Yeah, it's a non-Cuban.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have the Cubans yet. When I get back from Iceland, the fellas are gonna. I mean, you guys, no disrespect. I'm only gonna come back with like 12, so they're all for me. But
Understandable.
yeah, Will and I
That's
are.
from the old port, right?
Yeah, no, actually, that was from a box I bought last year.
Oh.
The one that Will and I are
Looks
smoking
like it
from
works.
the old port.
Yeah, I think so.
That's okay. Yeah.
There you go.
It's just the matches that they give you a total line stink.
Let's count, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Some of those didn't even stay lit though.
Well, you dropped 4 of them on the floor.
Oh, I dropped 2 of them. Yeah, that worked. This has got like a spearmint draw, Paul. Did you get that on the? Did you take like a dry draw?
I did.
It was like chocolate and spearmint. It was kind of weird.
I'm getting the chocolate on it lit.
Yeah, me too. No, the mint is gone though.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the mint that grows out. You know, there's like how there's those mint bushes in my backyard.
Mint leaves, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, mint leaves in my backyard. It was
Like
exactly
you use it
like
as a
that.
garnish.
Yeah.
I think you
Are you
still
recording?
got sunburned.
Yeah, I'm recording.
It's not as bad as the Red Sox team, but you still got color.
I got a list of things we need to talk about, Paul.
So this is a special edition, a very special edition of the. What did I call my podcast again?
Paul's
The conversation
Which
pit.
one?
The conversation. Which one? Murder. Murder most
I was on
foul.
one of them.
The conversation pit. That's right. That's the name of it. Yeah, we're actually bridging the divide here. We got the old co-host, Brandon Whitlock, and the new co-host, Will Hardiman. The only connected tissue is me. And Lulu, of course, who's just running laps. She was moving. She just had it.
She's all in. Look
Jeez.
at her. Look at her go.
I think your parents came home.
Yeah, I heard a door. Oh, Lulu. So yeah, well, you said you had a 50 sec. You are now a Juris Doctor. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank
I believe are in order.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell the people what's been going on in your neck of the woods.
Take out my notes.
Yeah, notes.
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
That's bad news, Biz.
So we're gonna start things off with. We're gonna talk about.
Nancy Pelosi's husband.
No, we're gonna talk about Kevin Spacey. And then we're gonna segue into. We're gonna really talk about some of the deep issues plaguing America.
Get it started. I'm gonna let the dog
The
in.
boots on the green M&M. Change the green M&M.
Legit, only you would come up with this shit.
What else is going on? I don't think anything's really happening in America right now.
Really, just the green M&M.
Yeah, really just the green M&M and Kevin Spacey. You know,
Really
using
diverse
his
topic.
leverage as a choosing to live as a is that what he
I love that. You
Jesus.
don't choose. He was like, I'm sorry to Anthony Rapp, and I now choose.
Who was Anthony Rapp?
The guy from I think Star Trek. No, that was the other guy from the Star Trek movies. Who's the
George
one?
Takei?
No, a young person.
Oh.
He was like 30. He's dead now.
Oh, he is? What?
All of his accusers are ending up dead.
What about Unruh's kid?
Unruh's kid's not dead, but that story got buried. John Doe #1. He's dead. Like, remember when he poked the fire on he did the video at Christmas. He poked the fire 3 times.
Oh yeah, that's right.
On how many of his accusers ended up dead? 3 that calendar year.
Did Spacey make another, what was his character's name on House of Cards?
Frank Underwood.
Yeah, did he make another Christmas video this year? Or did he
No,
decide
that was just
to-
last year.
to
He was like,
tap out
you
after
thought
that?
I was gone.
There was 2 years of
But
nothing
I'm
but
back.
that
Let me
picture.
be frank. Yeah.
Let me be frank.
I love
I'm cooking this turkey, and we're having. I'm choosing to live as a gay man now.
Dude, how do you don't shoot? You choose what color of
That was
car
a
you're
real.
gonna
That was a
drive.
real L.
You choose if your
You know,
car
we
has
had
a
Hodge,
sunroof.
we had a Burgerfeld, and then we had like, and then like the gay community just took a giant L when Kevin Spacey was like, I choose to live as a gay.
That really set everything back. About
We went back about
that set
15
progress.
years.
Yeah, exactly.
We went back about 15 years.
We're basically like we were back to pre the usual suspects with regards to him. Kevin. I just love how Family Guy called that. I just escaped from Kevin Spacey's basement.
Yeah, but I think that was like a known industry thing, right?
Maybe.
Wasn't that like an industry
McFarlane
thing?
could have known.
McFarlane, he seems to know everything. Him and Matt Groening just know it all.
Right. On The Simpsons.
Yeah, but people talk in the industry. Like, I mean, everyone knew about Harvey.
Harvey
True.
Weinstein.
Oprah's good friend, Harvey Weinstein.
They were really friends.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, she said so. Okay, Brandon, I figured as much.
It's
Here.
kind of going, but not really.
If it's like blowout too, that will sometimes get it smoking again.
There you go. It's starting. But still.
What else is going on? Let's talk about the green M&M. What are they doing in the green M&M?
I don't know.
I thought sexual. Didn't they do something with the green M&M? I think that's the
No,
only
they
thing.
changed. They changed. She was wearing like go-go boots before, and now she wears
Yeah,
sneakers.
the boots. Yeah, what's up with that? Why can't I sexualize a
Candy.
anthropomorphic piece of candy? What happened to that? Used to be what America was about.
So I was still in the group chat for Slim Thick Sports at that point. Like I had not left it. I had it on silent for about 6 months, but you know, with our good friend Tom Wall, among others, and one of them sent a picture, and it was they like put like all the parts onto the M&M, and had the M&M like basically posing nude, and so. I
Say
saw
less.
that.
Wait, hold on. But
I
it's already
say
naked.
less.
I was gonna say, aren't they
Say
already
less,
naked?
Paul.
I saw that and I immediately just left
Say
the chat.
less.
I left the chat. And then like 2 days later, Tom Wall messages me like, "Oh, I miss you already." And I was like, "Well, I had a long day at work and I saw naked Eminem
don't
and I
miss
said,
that.
that's it. I'm done. I'm tapping out." I sat through a lot of other
when
shit.
When
but that
he's
was it.
like the next Dave Portnoy, you're gonna be kicking yourself, Paul. You're gonna
Dave
be kick-
Portnoy.
Comes the next merch machine, and
I got their shirt.
I have a few of them too.
Congratulations to AC Milan, champions of the league once again.
Serie A after 11 years or
Yeah,
9 years.
Ibrahimovic is like 100 years old, and he just slept through that.
No,
entire-
dude, he was doing curl ups on the punching bag. You didn't see that?
No,
Nah, yeah, he was doing some training and he was doing these crazy like sit ups on a punching bag. Like he had his legs wrapped around the punching bag and he was doing like sit ups.
interesting. He's a sicko. He's got like that LeBron James streak in him, where you're just like I can tell you are insane. You are a sociopath. You know.
That could go in a lot of different directions.
LeBron James. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of LeBron.
Or better yet, Michael Jordan.
I'm a big fan of
Michael
LeBron's
Jordan's-
dealings with a certain political party that is on the Asian continent.
Oh,
The people that
my
own
friend,
TikTok.
my friend Xi Jinping.
The people that own TikTok. I don't want to name them. You know.
He's my personal friend of the show, Xi Jinping.
Friend
Actually,
of,
they sponsored the podcast. I just got like a $50 million deal. So, look, one China policy. I love Chinese Taipei. I think what they're doing there is amazing for the people of Chinese Taipei, and I really hope that
You think they were behind monkeypox?
I don't know nothing about no monkeypox.
That's the
or
other thing that's going on.
You know that the COVID-19 virus was started by U.S. Troops that were stationed in Korea. I mean, look, the fact of the matter is, Xi Jinping, I hope you continue to dump soil into the ocean to create small islands so that you can inch closer and closer towards Japan and also Chinese Taipei. I'm very proud of
the
what you're doing.
The Spratlys are also ancient Chinese islands. They have ancient claim to the Spratlys. The Vietnamese are under the spell of hallucinogenic drugs given to them by the United States during their imperialist war in Vietnam.
Which was a capitalist crime against the East, and also a crime of the decadence of the West.
Yeah, but now they're not cool. I don't think Vietnam and China are cool anymore. I don't think they're.
Well,
I don't think they were ever really cool.
I don't know if
but-
they were ever cool, but you know, I'm cool with G. So, like I said, personal friend.
Cameron's getting rowdy over there. You want me to go talk to those kids? I can teach them a few things.
Don't you fucking dare.
Birds and the bees.
Look, I don't know nothing. I'm just Xi Jinping, good friend, great, solid dude.
What else is going
Fan
on?
of the podcast.
Friend of the
One
show.
of the- we've been.
We
gone
love
for
our,
some-
we love our audience in China.
There's so many things going on. I can't say gay anymore in Florida.
That's going to be a real problem for my friend Tim Dillon.
A criminal racist theory is banned in most states. There's not a lot going on in America right now. Nothing that I can think of.
No.
Nothing. No tragedies, no events that rocked our world emotionally or physically.
No.
Um,
No real issues with the economy either.
no.
I mean, we're in a really great place, honestly.
Yeah.
I think we're as far away from a civil war as we've ever been. And
I think not since our Civil War have we been so far away from a Civil War.
yes, I'm saying America is right now where it was in the year 1852. And wait, I'm getting word that 1850 we're really close to a civil war. Oh,
Oh,
the producers are telling me that there's some problems going on in this nation. And
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
wasn't
Paul.
aware.
I was, I've actually been abroad for a few months, so I was learning the ancient art of golf course design in Scotland at St Andrews. So you're gonna have to fill me in if there was some things, some affairs here on the domestic front.
Yeah, Ron DeSantis banned the word gay in Florida.
I thought conservatives were free speech.
Apparently they're anti. So I went to Florida myself, and I was jailed for 3 days by tyrant dictator Ron DeSantis because I went to Tallahassee and I said I didn't spell out the word. I screamed it, and about 70 Florida police officers.
They're a lot quicker than those municipal officers in some towns in Texas. I hear.
In some cities, not like that, and nothing like that ever was in the news though. But it's just a conjecture,
I'm just spitballing here. I'm making an assumption based upon what I perceive as their lack of effective training. Damn, you got that thing chiefing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
Little
okay, I
magic.
should talk.
It took about a dozen.
Oh, he's finally admitted
Well,
it was actually Baker's
dozen.
I saw him
Well,
take
yeah.
another
Last night I lit that Liga Bravada
With,
up,
like,
inst-
one.
With one. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but the way that those torpedoes, like you had a
Actually, there's
small
another one over there I missed, so it
Surface.
was actually 14.
surface area wise.
Yeah, that one was to get it from like canoeing.
So, we should discuss what we're smoking. Will and I are having celebratory Diamond Crown Julius Caesars.
More like Tyrone Caesar.
I don't think you can say that. I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
It doesn't look like Julius
This is very
Caesar.
PC.
How about those Heat fans on Twitter and Derek White? I'm just saying.
That's the
them
real
out-
problem in
get
this
them out
country
of
is the
madness.
Derek White slander. That's a double entendre. I love how I was the only one that picked out that.
No,
'cause
I was with you, and Teddy was like, "It's not. It's not.
both. It's both.
It's absolutely supposed to be a both.
It's
a
Twitter.
double-
It's
yeah.
Twitter. Those people are
Double-edged
deep
sword.
intellectuals.
They're deep thinkers.
You know.
Over there in the
I
Twitter.
can't believe
Can we
that.
talk about is your rapper really toothy? I mean, my I'm getting some amazing pockets of the natural oil. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
This is a very high quality.
It tastes
smoke.
like I'm getting
a lot of
Coach
cacao.
leather bag.
I get cacao.
I
like
get
chocolatey-
Coach leather bag. Like
Dior.
old baseball mitt.
So yeah, we're having these, and then Brandon and Tyler. I believe this must be Tyler's first cigar.
it's like the second or third.
Tyler's holding that cigar like chopsticks.
I wish we had video for the pod.
This is an audio only affair because we're all naked. We're not really smoking cigars. That's it's a euphemism.
Tyrone Caesar.
Yeah, Tyrone Caesar, famed adult film star. For the kids over
Friend
there,
of the
for
po-
Cameron,
Friend of the
over there.
podcast.
Friend of the podcast, Tyrone Caesar.
Friend of the pod.
But they're having Romeo and Julieta reserves.
Yeah, I'm
which are
tasting a lot of smoke in mine.
You don't say.
I'm getting apple crisp on the back end.
Yeah,
Got a
you're
lot
just
going
talking
on.
nonsense. I didn't
There's
even think you were serious about the spearmint leaves. Were you?
No, I was serious about the spearmint
he was.
leaves.
I took I tasted. It was very. It was
Earthy.
certainly. It was herbal.
Yeah,
It was herbal. I don't know if I would say spearmint, but it was herbal.
herbaceous.
Herba-
Was it herbaceous?
Hellacious.
Hellacious seeds.
I was not hitting any hellacious, except for on 17. I really got a hold of one. That was my best swing of the day. That drive on 17.
These two are like the liar. Like
No, these guys.
No,
improved.
he hit a good shot.
On tee number 1, when we got there late, we got to the golf course like 5 minutes late, and
We speed
which
ran
is
the
a
first 3 holes. Like we.
yeah, like they. I don't think you probably missed your drive a couple of times, and then it's basically they picked up and dropped up with like Ryan and I, and then I don't think you guys completed a hole until like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit some nukes.
Yeah, honestly,
Hit
these
some
two
nukes.
made some strides during the course of the round. We got Brandon away from that stupid little driver he was hitting. He had a driver from like the late 90s.
It was a hand-me-down set of clubs, and it was.
The driver was considered oversized for the time, and the face of that, it was the size of my
Probably-
4 hybrid.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It was tiny. There was no impact zone on that.
yeah, what is the history of the driver size? Because I watched some movie. What's that movie? Is it like with Tobey Maguire?
Tin Cup.
Yeah, Tin Cup. I've been
Shia
watching
LaBeouf.
It's Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
The Tobey Maguire thing you're thinking of is Secretariat or
Sea-
Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit,
That's
where he's
one
the
of-
jockey.
That movie reminds me of someone that we know. That movie, for some reason, that movie reminds me of Shawnee.
Why?
Because he reminds me of like early 2000s, late 90s sports movies, like Rudy and like
Shawnee O does?
Yeah, Seabiscuit.
Just the genre of.
Just that genre, like, but in that time period.
Well, I mean, he lives in the 1930s, but
I mean, we're gonna take him some other place, but my time machine.
him and Calvin Candy watching just tremendous baseball. That's
Well,
all.
I do say you have to truck the catcher. But I'm gonna put you in the hot box.
You must slide into first base.
You must slide into first base and take out his knees. Child, you're not doing it right.
You gotta be hunting for ankles at second base.
Oh, Cameron's getting heated. What you prefer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a real big fan of you know,
We found out the name of that movie I've been thinking about for like.
The Prophecy.
There's more than one of
Also,
those.
can we talk
That
about
movie
how
sounds
that
insane.
title is just... That title is so simple, I don't know how you didn't think of it.
Well, because
Is this what you were talking about earlier?
yeah, the movie with the movie that they
Christopher
remade
Walken.
as Legion. So it's basically like if you've ever seen that movie Legion, it's it's not very good. It's like a movie they play on
When you
Sci-Fi.
say Legion, you know what I think of? I think of the recut of The Exorcist Part 3.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Is that what's the Exorcist where it takes place in like Ethiopia?
Ethiopia.
It's with Sarsgaard.
Oh, that's the beginnings. Exorcist the beginning. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically all it demystifies everything about the original because it shows them trying to like unearth the artifact or whatever.
They find like a temple to Pazazu.
Yeah, with the totem and
And the
whatever.
woman gets possessed, and she's like in the crypt of Pazazu, and she's like tempting him at the end. That is like
That franchise went off the
How
rails.
many Exorcist movies are there?
4 or 5. Well, there's
Really?
3.
there's 3. And then there's-
Exorcist 2 with Linda Blair's in like middle school or
I
something.
thought there was like
Yeah.
2. That was it.
And then Exorcist Part 3 from 1990 with George C. Scott in the role of
Yeah.
Kinderman. And then there's there's The Beginnings, and then there's I think another one after that. So probably 4 or 5.
There's another one that I watch. It's like the Exorcist of like Emily Rose or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
it's like a new one or something.
I don't think that are they connected?
They're not
Is it not
connected.
connected? Oh.
But like all I remember about them, I remember nothing except for they like come back to the girl's house, and the girl is like they're like doing like the whole village is in on this this satanic ritual, and the girl's like enveloped in fire, and like the Antichrist comes like out of her body.
What?
Yeah,
You're very specific.
I hate The horror genre goes through like ebbs and flows of just like being like bizarre.
Oh, that was good. Check out Satanic Cults. That was good.
I'm a big fan of cults. I'm a big cult guy. Paul is. Paul's a member of a satanic cult.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a little weird. That's why I try to stay off the topic.
And in 5 minutes, she's gonna get sent back outside again.
Lulu.
That dog.
That's because
that
Lulu
dog.
knows about your satanic cult.
Yeah, I'm
Don't.
definitely the red hooded dude in.
Eyes Wide
Eyes
Shut.
Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut is my favorite like cult-based like movie.
I don't know that there are very many
Have you,
cult movies.
what about The Master? That's a good one.
The Mask. That's a great movie.
I actually haven't seen that yet. It's been on
Really?
my
Paul
list
Thomas
forever.
Anderson?
So when Licorice Pizza was coming out, all those movies on Blu-ray, all of his movies, The Master, Magnolia, Boogie Nights, they all went from like being like between $5 and $7 to like $15.
Phantom
on
Thread
Amazon.
is good.
Yeah, Phantom Thread's good too. I think they're all good.
Phantom Thread is like definitely not a movie, like a genre of movie that I'd be like into regularly. Just because
Right,
of
like-
the content of it, like he's
Yeah.
like a dressmaker.
Yeah.
But Daniel
It's a
Day-Lewis is
romance,
just so
yeah.
good
Yeah.
that like.
Doesn't she like poison him? Is that a thing?
Have you seen it?
Let me
No.
see. I don't even remember the last time I saw it. I didn't finish it. I've seen it twice, but I haven't made it through the second time because I just got tired and went to bed. I started watching it recently. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good. Daniel
guys
Day-Lewis
poison
is like,
She does poison him.
With like mushrooms.
yeah.
Shrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put him on shrooms.
Doesn't she like take his money too, or something like that? Isn't that?
She might. I think the whole idea was that she didn't want him to leave, pretty much. So
Yeah.
she like.
Oh, so a little I wanted to say Julian Barr syndrome, but that's not what I'm thinking of. Something by proxy, where you just like you get sick because somebody else keeps telling you you're sick.
Oh yeah, it's
Munchausen's.
Munchausen's by proxy.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. A little Munchausen syndrome. Man, I hope this thing corrects. It kind of can.
What's the other? What's the other movie that he made with Joaquin Phoenix?
Joker?
No.
No, PTA's Joker. Yeah.
PTA's Joker. It's like
One
Mark
another
Wahlberg. It's Mark
joke.
Wahlberg in Joker paint with like the fake like phallic and Boogie Nights, like the just like the 3 foot long.
One
like,
another porno, Alfred Molina.
It's an adult film, Murray.
It's art.
It's art. It's a Dirt Diggler, Murray.
It's just Philip Seymour Hoffman as the Mark Maron character.
No, what was the other PTA with Joaquin?
It's like a noir. It's like a neo noir.
Oh, Inherent Vice.
Yeah, Inherent Vice. That's a good movie.
I actually have not been able to sit through it. I saw the first like 20 minutes and it just didn't really grab me.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
It's definitely different.
It's
It's
slower.
like
Yeah.
a PTA is like I feel like he's somewhere between like normal cinema that people can watch and like David Lynch. I feel like after watching a couple like of Paul Thomas Anderson movies, I was able to like actually sit down and watch David Lynch movies, like and not feel like this is like too much.
Yeah.
Dude,
You know what I
Lynch
mean?
is hard. I'm nervous. He's hard to get into.
Have you seen any of it?
Nope.
his
No,
work?
you haven't
Yeah.
seen Eraserhead. Blue Velvet is great.
Yeah, Blue Velvet's probably only
With
like
Dennis
his most,
Hopper.
like,
I have one of them on Blu-ray, the Criterion edition, and it's either Mulholland Drive or it's Blue Velvet. I bought it. I had both of them sitting next to each other on the shelf at Bull Moose, and I sent a Snapchat to John Williams, friend of the show, and yes, that John Williams, and I asked him which one I should watch, and so John suggested one of the two. I don't remember which one I ended up buying, but I'm gonna watch it with him at some point.
Blue Velvet.
I'd say it's probably his most normal, but it's also still like weird.
Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
Dude, Dennis Hopper is in it.
Which one is the
Yeah.
one with the little dude in the red shirt?
Oh, that's Twin Peaks.
That's Twin Peaks.
Yeah, which is also like it's somewhat
It's a TV
normal.
show, right?
Yeah, it's a
it
TV
is.
show.
But,
But
they're
there's a-
all
there's
with
a-
Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah,
Yes. Who's
Dale Cooper.
Kyle MacLachlan, friend of Ghislaine Maxwell? That's confirmed. There's a photo of them together.
Kyle's a wild dude. I love him. His Instagram is great. I didn't even know he had a kid. Apparently he has a little kid.
He has children?
Yeah, he does. He does. He's a cool dude. He was good in Dune.
Oh my god, he
The
must have
Lynch
played.
Dune. He was in the
He
Lynch
must have played.
Here's Paul Atreides.
Atreides. Yeah, he in the
sure.
Lynch Dune.
You're gonna have to give me a pass here, guys. I watched Dune
You
with
gotta watch
Brandon and some other people. Tyler, were you at that show?
I was.
Yeah, he was.
Of the Lynch Dune or
No, the new Dune.
the new Dune? Oh.
I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I was like, I'm sure this is great, but I don't follow.
We tried to figure it out like halfway through. It's like, what is this?
Yeah. Why is this dude bathing in like black goo? Why is this? Why do they all have weird eyes and tubes? Why is this like a? It's not. To
I
me,
don't
it's
understand what's going on in this film.
like I don't. I had
I
no
want-
idea.
He's actually confirmed to be in the second part.
Who?
Christopher Walken. He's gonna be the Emperor. Remember my
Oh, he's
tweet?
gonna be the Emperor?
Yeah.
No way. That's hilarious.
Remember my tweet? No. I got a fever. More prescription. It's more spice.
More spice. Spice. Did you see the
I
video
lied.
that
I
put-
lied to Mother Mary.
Did you see the video that I put in PCP last night?
Oh yeah, the
Chris
Foo
Walken?
introducing the Foo Fighters. I thought you were Chinese.
I'm sorry, fellas, but I thought you were Chinese.
that would not
I showed
fly.
that to
Especially
Ryan
this Shane
because Ryan
Gillis
hadn't
shit.
watched it yet. Ryan hadn't watched it yet, and so I showed it to him on the golf course, and we were on the 18th green. He just dropped his club and started laughing so hard.
Dude, especially if the Shane Gillis stuff.
Yeah, getting Shane fired. I mean,
How could you? But I mean, this was like years ago. But it's like you're perpetrating like you're allowing Christopher Walken to like just be like a boomer.
I thought you were Chinese.
I thought you were Chinese. I lied to the
What
Virgin
if that was
Mary.
off the cuff? It wasn't even like a scripted moment. He just
Probably wasn't. He probably just said that.
That's in my head canon for sure. Was that all you had to talk about, Will?
I have a few other things, but I don't know if we can do them. I was going to talk about
What do you mean by that?
crime levels in this country. The perpetrators of great crime.
Do you really have this script? Oh my god, you really
No,
have to do
it's literally just a picture that I took of my license to send to like an employer or like the bar association. Like it's a picture of my license. That's the list.
I was
could read some
saying
of
the
the
crimes that you personally are committing.
Oh, I could read some poetry that I wrote.
Ooh.
Are you just gonna read lyrics to the Dirty Verse album?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Oh boy.
Is there a character with this? Is there something? Should
No.
I tee you up?
No. Lulu. You are Paul's dog. That's all I got so far.
That's so beautiful.
What? Let's talk about the Northman. So
Oh,
you
yes.
can't stop talking about it.
Well, I was on a roll talking about the Northman last night, and this comes from a place deep inside of my soul that, frankly,
In your interest in esoteric fascist philosophy, right? You know, you're into like the Greco-Norse or whatever that fake phony.
all I'm
super
saying is,
space
if you
race
see
thing.
me hanging out, howling at the moon in a wolf pelt, just keep walking. That's all. Just let me do my thing. No,
I want to say that movie was not as gory and bloody as everyone said it was.
no.
There's only one scene in that movie that I found to be like somewhat unnerving. It's when they sacrifice the main character's. Would you call him his stepbrother? So, well, his cousin.
very perplexed.
Remember when he kills his cousin? They in Viking culture, like the way a Viking
Oh,
burial
you're
was-
talking about the girl.
the girl, they killed
Yes.
the girl in that
Yes.
ritual.
Oh,
I was
right.
like,
Yeah.
because I knew that was coming, because I know that from like reading about Vikings.
Because you're an esoteric fascist.
Yeah, I'm deep into the Evola. That's why I went to the movie and I was eating raw hamburg meat that I'd bought at a Wegmans.
He had the shield with the cross and the whole business on it.
Yeah, and like
Oh
I
my
was
Lord.
just like Zeke Heiling the screen, because that makes like perfect sense what you do in a movie.
With a leather jacket.
With a leather jacket and like a picture of Richard Spencer tucked into the front lapel of my shirt. I pinned it. I'm still holding on to 2016, and I know all that stuff died out in 2018 after Charlottesville, but for no
perhaps.
obvious reasons.
Yes.
But
Um,
we hold out a strange amount of hope here. at PCP.
I don't know if this episode's gonna make it to Spotify.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, it's gonna make it.
Absolutely.
You're just
Oh,
gonna
okay.
bleep. You could just edit all of this. I'll
Has
like
to, like-
bleep.
You
Just-
really put a lot of faith in how much I care about the book. I might just.
You should
no
get a
editing.
censor button. You should get like
Uncut.
you should get like a sound thing so I can just
Oh,
bleep.
okay. Yeah. So you're doing like you want to do like the Nick Mullen where you just
Like
bleep
bleep, beep,
every
beep.
third word.
It's like beep.
No. So look.
Now the movie was like fantastic. It's probably the best movie I've seen in theaters since Uncut Gems.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's one of the best movies of the last decade, as far as I'm concerned.
Jim sucks.
Oh, boy. Don't get us. Don't get
Extreme
us
hot
started.
take.
You are a pilgrim in an unholy land. With that.
Yeah, you're
That
like
is-
a,
I'm gonna
you're
stand by
you're
it.
like a Jew in Mecca right now.
I really don't
Like
care.
you're
I
like
will
not in a
stand by
good
that. I'll
place.
take it to my grave.
Well, I can see why you. It's not for like the Safdie brothers movies are like weird. Like you have to be into movies. To, like you have to be really into movies to like be into that kind
it
of
was
stuff.
too all over the place.
Yeah, it's frantic.
It's very chaotic.
Yeah, it is very chaotic. Like good
For my
time.
ADHD brain, didn't work.
My
for
mom
me.
did not enjoy that movie.
My parents like it. My dad liked it because I think he knows people that are like Howard.
Yeah.
Like you all know people
Howard.
like used car salesmen. You
Yeah.
all like my
Ray
dad.
Mosca.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You're definitely gonna believe that one out.
Nope. I'm on the warpath. I tell you, if I ever see him on the street, it's just like
Oh, Brandon knows who he is. You
years
know.
of.
Yours.
He's my,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
my RA. My
Yeah,
I am
they
so
stuck him.
sorry.
They stuck him there, I think, on purpose, because like
As
Res
a
Life
punishment.
Res Life like turned on him. Kind of.
I
I'm not gonna
wonder
divulge why. I don't want to like.
No. Let's not go that far.
But yeah, like Res
Because
Life.
I know, but let's not go that far.
But like Res Life, that was kind of weird, that whole thing, and they stuck him there. Because like I thought he was gonna get like a pot or a suite, but who would live with him? He wasn't really like friends with anyone in our grade.
No.
Sounds like
No.
dick.
He was popular with freshmen because they didn't know any better.
Yeah, and he was like,
True. Not for you, I meant just like people that you
Yeah, he
orbited
was-
around.
he
They
was-
probably thought he
yeah.
was cool as fuck. You know?
no, but The Northman was a great movie.
To get back on topic, yes.
No, because I want to talk about this movie.
So, I think we've reached a point where blaming Marvel and Disney and Star Wars and all these other, like the big tentpole IPs, the Mission Impossibles of the world, blaming those is insufficient to explain how the Northman failed. Now I'm starting to blame the critics and audiences themselves.
Well,
The critics
Hot take.
absolutely crucified that film.
dude,
There were some people who, the RogerEbert.com review of that man is rolling over in his grave.
What was the review on?
It just was talking about like toxic masculinity and all this shit.
yeah, but they gave it a good. Didn't they give it a good
They
rating?
gave it like 3 stars,
the
but
guy,
it had this
the
undercurrent.
editor in chief of the National Review posted something that someone sent me, and it was like Rich Lowry, a guy who wrote like a book about Donald Trump and how like we need to get back to like manly America, was like, this movie is too violent. And I'm like, what movie did you watch? Like there was like barely. There was the one scene where they put the
They-
women and the children in the hut. They don't even
I was
show
gonna say
it.
the invasion of that settlement was quite brutal. But
But
it
like
wasn't-
everyone
it was
knows that's what Vikings. It's like.
Yeah.
What did you expect?
The trailer kind of made me think it was gonna be like really like the whole thing was gonna be just bloody from start to finish.
Which it wasn't. It was.
Yeah,
It was.
There were some moments of.
It was very quiet for most of it. In fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I blame audiences. Like, how the fuck did that movie not make its budget back? How? That
It's-
was the best movie that has come out in at least 2 years, if not. It's one of the best. It's top 5 movies.
It's one of the
last
best
10 years.
movies since Sonic came out, the original.
Sonic 2.
Oh yeah.
The original Sonic trailer.
Sonic trailer.
Before they pushed it back. No, and so like audiences would rather wait and save their $10 ticket to go watch Doctor Strange twice than to go watch The Northman once and then Doctor Strange. Like I don't know what we're gonna do here because it's the ecosystem of cinema is so broken that a film like that, which really isn't, or like Ambulance, Michael Bay's Ambulance, right, wrong, or indifferent, that movie wasn't that bad, and it was Michael Bay. We were in this
It's
weird
the Transformers guy, right?
we're in this weird place where his Transformers movies were universally panned.
Yeah.
But now he's considered an auteur. That's how broken the ecosystem is for cinema.
I haven't even seen.
I haven't seen Ambulance yet.
I haven't seen Ambulance either.
What is it even about? Is it about an ambulance?
I assume.
It's
ambulance
about an
involved.
anthropomorphic ambulance.
It's
Voiced
just-
by Christopher Walken. Hey guys, I'm gonna save your life. And I get this like a cock. I'm walking down the street.
There's some big
of
names
New
in that
York.
movie.
I'm driving around.
What,
Jake
isn't
Gyllenhaal?
in it?
Isaac Gonzalez. Future
I like
Ex-Wife.
Jake Gyllenhaal. He was good in Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
that's a great movie.
That is a great film. We're right now in the discussion of definitely me characters, right? Jake Gyllenhaal in Nightcrawler, The Northman, Patrick Bateman, Joker,
Joker.
Bateman. Oh my God! It even has a
The
watermark.
compliment was sufficient.
Lewis.
I like the scene where Lewis kisses him. It's a very I think that's my
He tries to
favorite.
choke him with the
Yeah,
gloves.
he tries to choke him with the gloves, and then Lewis like takes it as some
Patrick
like
here?
advance.
Yeah.
Patrick here, I've been admiring you for a while now. So I gotta go.
I'm going ghost.
I'm going ghost.
This cigar was not worth $20. It was okay, but like I don't know that I'd buy this again.
I smoked that pretty fast.
Well, the size of cigar you have, that's a Churchill. This is, I believe, a Toro. So yours had at least 3/4 of an inch. So
Yeah, and
My
it
nose
was
is
a bigger
on
ring
this.
gauge too.
and it is
Is
a
that,
bigger.
is that normal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah.
Brandon's
Am
over
I
here like,
dying?
what am I smoking?
Am I dying?
Everything's gonna be
By the end of it,
Just
his
watch
head's
your
like,
ash. Maybe you should just ash off.
In the grass?
Yeah, the grass.
It was like,
I'm not going
what-
to talk about the fact that Tyler almost
What was
killed
the-
himself trying to get out of the chair.
What was the-
I'm not going to bring
What
that
was
up.
the Disney? It wasn't
No, we could
Encanto.
definitely
What was the
talk
movie you
about
watched
it.
before Encanto, Lizzie?
What?
The movie we watched.
Luca.
Right on my
Yeah,
grave.
Luca was good.
Tripped over
Encanto, I
cigar.
didn't like Encanto.
Encanto was okay.
Yeah, I didn't
Luca's
like that.
better.
I didn't see
Luca's way better.
I don't even. Have there been two
Lu-
Disney movies?
Yeah,
What is
so
Luca?
came out, I want to say a couple like a year or so
Yeah, it's about
before
like the
Encanto.
it's about the fish people that like go into the Italian
Yeah,
village.
it's like
was
Italian Village.
Yeah. Yeah, and they win this
Nope.
Vespa. They win a
a Vespa.
they
for
win a
li-
bike race to win a Vespa.
Yeah.
And they go up to Vesper Lynn's grave in the
And
village.
I don't
Did you guys
think
not
that's where
see?
that goes.
No.
You went with me to go see James Bond.
The words are hard.
Yeah,
Hey.
no, I did.
I'm sorry I have a
did.
speech impediment, Lizzie. You can't be making fun of that.
It's like young Joe
Me
Biden.
and Joe Biden. Look, I was being a lifeguard at the local pool. And
You know, I was in
Corn pop.
Manhattan. I looked over at Jersey, and they were cheering from the rooftop. I'm like the son from the Green Book. I'm like the son, the guy
What
from the
is
Green
this
Book.
voice? Because it's not Joe Biden.
No, it's supposed to be Joe Biden
When he whispers?
When he whispers.
did you see the one where he's like, I'm your commander-in-chief.
This was
He
like
did that the other day.
now the
Green Book. That's one of my least favorite movies I think of all time.
I didn't see it. I
It's
didn't
not
see it.
good
Viggo Mortensen
because
playing
it's fake.
Tony Lip.
Because it's fake.
Didn't they
Tony
treat him
Lip's a real
actually
person.
like awful?
Yeah, they treated him like crap. Like the family of what's the
The
guy's name?
pianist.
Of the musician, the guy who played
Pianist.
the
Here,
pianist.
hold on.
I don't even know what his name is.
I forget it too, yeah.
He was in the Fist, the Iron Fist show.
I like how he has.
What other show was he in? Oh, he was in House of Cards. He
What
played
are we talking about here?
the guy who plays the pianist in the Green Book.
Oh, he plays Remy Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, Mahershala Ali. Like, so his character in
Remy
real life,
Danton.
like the family of that came out after the movie came out and said it was all fake. The driver was like mean to him, and then the kid
Wasn't the driver Tony Lip? Like the actor Tony Lip? That's who Viggo Mortensen plays. He plays a real dude, Tony Lip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I heard like the whole thing is like BS and like Tony Lip was mean to him, and then Tony Lip's son was like
You know who he is, right? He plays Carmine Sr. in The Sopranos.
yeah.
I smell burning hair. That was Tony Lip.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, and apparently, like, his son in
But like,
real
what do you
life-
expect? It was what, the '60s?
Yeah, but like it was like a complete Oscar bait movie.
Yeah.
I just
Wondering
like
if
that.
they're-
I just like that Tony Lip's son, I think, was like one of like the pro-Trump reply tweet guys. So he would like reply to all of Trump's tweets, but not like the guy, the doctor, whatever his name was, Doctor Eugene Gu, who was like.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't know about the Trump, like the ecosystem
Make
of
it
the
shut
Trump
up.
reply.
No,
guys
I tried
here.
not to go.
So there were like apparently there are all these people that would like
Trump's
reply to every single tweet that Donald Trump had when he had a Twitter.
The guy who had the picture of Eric Clapton. There was a guy whose profile picture was Eric Clapton.
And he would like tweet.
Yeah.
You sure what this
Trump.
wasn't Eric Clapton?
Just Eric Clapton tweeting at Trump.
His bio was "Don't blame me, I voted for the email lady." You know the one I'm thinking of?
Yeah. He was one of the guys. Dr. Eugene Gu was another. He was like a surgeon.
How do you spell that?
I don't know
Is
actually.
it G-O-O?
I don't know. I think he deleted his Twitter.
Is
Honestly,
it G-E-A-U?
I don't
Dr.
know. I think
Eugene
you
Gu?
might be able to look him up. But Eugene Gu, he was like a Trump reply guy. But like Tony Lip's son was like a pro-Trump reply
So
guy.
he would reply and be like, "Yes, so true."
He would be like, "I love you so much." He was like me on Parler when I would like tweet at Eric, when I would parlor at Eric Trump and be like,
No, you can't call it tweeting if it's on Parler.
yeah, it was just parloring. I was parloring.
yeah.
I would parlor at Eric Trump and be like, "Man, you got so hot. Your dad's presidency really got
Blow
you.
up.
Like
just
your
gonna
dad's
take some
presidency got you all those all that plastic surgery." What are you doing?
I want to take some pictures.
Oh my god.
Can't the man take photos of his friends?
This is like the Zodiac killer now. This is your Zodiac killer art. You're gonna send like a picture of me with a cryptic message on the back. Decipher this
Put a cigar in.
to fucking.
Wait,
You're
hold
gonna
on,
send
I
it to
gotta-
Howie Carr. You're gonna send a cryptic message to Howie Carr.
gotta light
Be
this.
like,
Lisa
let's
will love
talk
it.
about.
Lisa will love it.
Yeah, I know.
Howie.
Let's talk about Elizabeth Warren, Murray. What are you sending the picture to your
Are you
camera?
No,
What
I'm
the heck are you
trying
doing?
to light meter. Jesus Christ.
Wait, I thought. Oh no. It's
Oh
just,
god, is this that? What is that Instagram? Is that your Instagram with all the photos on it?
Oh,
I
Paul
think
Riley Photography? That's me.
You have a photography page?
Yeah, he does. He takes pictures of half-naked women on the Eastern Promenade in Portland. Stay away if you're a woman between the ages of 14 and 17. Stay away from the Eastern Promenade in the summer. The Zodiac photographer. You send like cryptic messages to the Portland Press Herald. It's like, my next photo will not be of an 18-year-old.
Put it on a plaque.
Hold on, it's locked.
This is terrible. It's locked. It doesn't even know how to use the thing.
Barely. The camera shutter firing, you know. This is problematic.
This
This is problematic.
Yeah, this is problematic.
Our
My
next
picture's gonna be
album
sent to the Boston Herald with a cryptic message about like the Judeo-Masonic cabal that's taking place up at the State House. Something about Mara Healy when she wins governorship.
Okay, that was actually the first photo. Sorry. The way this thing works is
The way this thing works, I don't know how it works, but
I actually don't.
God, this is just all dead space of you trying to take
I
pictures.
was looking for my next album cover.
Don't worry, I'll make it happen. You know, I was hoping Lulu would be out here. I'd take a picture of Lulu.
Yeah, and send cryptic messages to the Dog Times. This is my next victim. I'm going to drown her in the
I'm
Charles
taking
River.
her tweets. I'm taking her treats away.
I'm taking her treats away. I'm drowning her in the
Tweets.
Charles. You will find her.
tweets.
You will find her in the Mystic, in front of the Encore. That's where you'll
Boy,
find
do
them.
I hate the Encore Casino.
Oh God!
Oh boy.
You'll find her with the with those people that I always mention when I talk about the Encore. You have some like esoteric.
I don't like people who cheat at roulette. That's all.
Whoops.
Have you ever played roulette, Paul?
Not well.
You should like go into public places and start like fiddling around with that thing and taking pictures of people.
How old is that camera?
Old.
That's why Paul can't use it.
It's actually all mechanical, so it's like supposed to be pretty easy to figure out once you kind of get it going. Billy helped me a little bit.
It is a nice camera. It is really nice.
Yeah,
camera.
it is a really nice
Yeah.
camera.
Like the
I
sound
wish
of
you
the
could
shutter?
use it.
Yeah, it is.
I wish you could use
I've
it.
had some photos developed. I mean, I think I'm doing okay.
Are you like Kevin Spacey's character in Seven, where you're like developing them in that room?
No, I'm actually like Robin Williams' character in 1 Hour Photo.
Ooh, is that a photographer? Ooh, can I take a picture? Is that a lamp? Can I live in it?
He's a murderer in that movie.
Yeah. That was like one of his more serious roles.
Yeah, and it wasn't good.
No, that's a weird movie. I don't like that movie.
Not good.
What I forget even what the movie's
Is he
called.
like come like obsessed with like a family or whatever? They just like a family come in like every
Yes!
time
Yeah,
for, like,
yeah.
photos and
Yes.
like they
Yeah.
like don't like come to his photo place anymore.
Yes.
So they got gathered. I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
he has
No,
like a
no, no.
mental
He just
break.
like he wants to like murder the husband and like get with the wife and the kid. He like treats the kid like his own son. He's got delusions. Will, can I trust you to take a photo of me? It's a big thing here. I'll give you the camera. All you have to do is point, and then this thing at the top here is the they call this a lens.
Yeah, I know what
So
that
you
is.
spin this until I come in focus,
I know how a camera
and
works.
then you click
I'm
the button.
Do
Yeah.
you though?
I have faith in him.
Glad one of us does.
I graduated.
You can take
with
a
him.
few.
Of course, I.
You
got
can take
faith
a few. I have this has 24 exposures, and I'd like to use them all this weekend. Hold on.
Which one's the click to take a picture?
The one that's raised a little further.
This one?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta get the smoke
Should I
in
get-
there.
yeah.
Hold on. I gotta get the.
Just get the whole.
I need to get my motivation on my eyes.
That was a good picture. Go back. Take,
Hold
now
on.
take
Well,
a
you
photo.
gotta the hammer now. You gotta move the hammer. No, at the top.
The hammer.
That thing with your thumb. You pull it all the way across, and it advances the film. There you go. And then let it go back. There you go. Hold on. Let me get.
This is a disaster.
Oh no, what's going on? I can't. Now it won't go. Now I can't take a picture.
Did you pull the
So I
hammer?
guess
all
it
the
is
way?
Yeah, I
smarter
pulled the
than-
hammer all the way back.
Hold on. Jesus. Hold on.
Don't break it, Will. Paul will kill you.
No, I'm not gonna break it.
What did you do? Now I just took a blank photo.
It's a good photo. That'll be called the
Empty
Will
chair.
sucks.
The empty chair.
That will be called America 2022. There we go.
This is painful, huh?
There you go.
There
Those are
we
your
go.
pictures. I took a good one of you looking off into the distance, thinking about.
I just got so much
The
smoke in
future.
my eye trying to do that. Trying to do that pose. I was trying to do like, who is it? C.S. Lewis or somebody has like, there's a famous photo of a 20th century author,
Oh, he's like a pipe though.
and
Yeah,
he's
it's
sitting
Ernest
there. and he's-
Hemingway.
He's
About
looking off.
Tolkien?
He's looking off this way. Maybe it is Tolkien.
Yeah.
He's looking off this way, and he's got the smoke around him. That's what I was trying to capture, but I don't know if that worked.
No, it worked. You looked great.
I can't wait to get it developed, and it's like super underexposed.
It's gonna be
Dude, that
like
would be
mad
odd. That'd be
blurry.
cool though. That's art. Man, you could put that in like the.
Front
You
page
put that in the
of-
Met Gala,
front
and
page
people
of the
can
Press
show up
Herald.
and eat
Yeah,
the
send it
rich.
in the Press Herald.
shirts. Yeah.
with a cryptic message.
The cryptic message.
I have friends at the Press Herald.
I have stolen all of the typeface print to print your newspaper. they email you back. They're just like, look, Mr. Riley, we use digital now. We've called the.
I'm listening.
He's taking a picture of the sign behind me. I'm so
We
mad.
called the
Where's that
Cumberland
beyond?
County Sheriff's Department. They're gonna pick you up and bring you to the Cumberland County Mental Facility.
Oh my god.
Take me away.
Oh my god.
I don't even think there was a facility up there. I don't even know.
I think there is, yeah.
They'll take you to the prison where they sold like wicker stuff in that little store.
Wicker furniture.
Yeah, and stuff like.
I'll leave you with
prisoners,
3 years.
make it, yeah.
I love wicker. I don't like wicker furniture.
I hate wicker.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's my whole room is, and I can't wait to get rid of it.
My fear of wicker furniture, my tentative plans to purchase a hat, and 3 years of comedy improv classes. It comes in threes. Handmade in the I gotta be honest with you, Joe. I'm kind of retarded. La Repubblica Dominicana.
La Repubblica.
You're right. This looks nothing like Julius Caesar.
It does.
I wonder if that particular image has been like copywritten by some company, and that's why they couldn't use like the famous
The
one
actual
of him.
like bus.
Yeah, because that you said earlier that he looks like a tight end
yeah.
for the Philadelphia, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Tight end.
So true. So true.
Look at you. What other hobbies have you picked up, Paul? Besides writing and taking pictures and sending cryptic messages to newspapers.
I don't
Like
write very
stealing their
much.
type print.
That thing there is a journal. What I'll do after I smoke my cigars, I put the band. I tape the band to a page, and I'll just like write like a paragraph.
And you'll write
or
like a
two.
paragraph of psychotic ramblings. My
I mean-
next victim will be the New York Times. I have employed robbers from Croatia to steal their type print. All
Unity
of the
in-
typewriters. will be
Unity in
stolen.
progress.
I will steal. A man named Igor will steal all of the typewriters in the New York Times.
What's the name of that? Is Igor Sherskinin? Is that a hockey? That's a hockey player.
That's
right?
the Rangers goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna send Sherskinin in there.
Give him a little Game 7 present.
I'm gonna
I hope
send.
they dog walk the.
I'm gonna
fucking
send
Hurricanes.
Evgeny Malkin
Same.
to stop him.
Malkin. What a name.
I'll send an old. Is Mario Lemieux still alive?
I think
he's
so,
alive.
yeah.
He's still alive. Okay, I'll send him, and he'll beat him up with like a cane.
Personal friend Mario Lemieux.
Friend of the pod.
Friend of the podcast. Friend of the podcast, Dave Portnoy. That's what I'm gonna send. The coked
Dave.
out Dave.
Hey, it's me, Dave Portnoy. I'm in a tight spot. Could you send me my money from my account? Verdict? How are these cigars
good.
treating you?
Solid.
So
I want
wanna-
to see if Brandon's corrects and doesn't canoe.
I mean,
Yeah,
these Romeos are not expensive. So the cigar that Will and I are smoking is $20 a
It's
stick.
like 10.
Not even. It's probably like $6.
Really though, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Better than some $10
No, but
cigars.
here's the thing. Cigars between $7 and like $12. There are sticks that will beat any of those boutique like limited run, except for the stuff that comes out of Cuba, because
Yeah.
the limiteds from Cuba are
Yeah,
legitimately.
but you gotta be careful with Cubans anyway, because the quality control is still.
Thanks. What's Castro's brother's name? Raul. Thanks, Raul.
Well, like, there's a whole thing I've read about where like people complain that they like basically like are raping the earth to try to meet the demand of Cuban cigars, and like
I can't wait till it becomes legal in America and it gets even worse.
yeah, and like they just like the nutrients aren't, because obviously like when you like grow crops, you know, you're supposed to rotate the crops.
It sounds like
But
I'm in Dr. Vianello's
but it's-
modern global history
But
class.
it's so hard when, like, you
I
know,
remember
you
when
have all
crop
these
rotation
markets
came
that
around.
want, you know, like, you know, Cuban cigars, you know, because that's mainly what people. But like from what I've heard though is like a lot of like Europeans, they like what they call New World cigars, so they like stuff that's like non-Cuban because it's different than the Cubans.
Oh.
So I think there's like a
So
big
like
shift.
Honduran and Dominican.
In Nicaragua, they love Nicaragua
Nicaraguan is-
because a lot of the plants in Nicaragua, it depends on like the growers. Like the seeds came from Cuba.
La Aroma de Cuba.
Yeah, and like they don't like they practice like, you know, like sustainable agriculture, not like, you know, like we need to like make enough cigars to get through the year, kind of, you know, like what Habanos does, and they like, you know, the growers kind of just grow.
Mhm.
So, and also like there were like a lot of quality control issues in like the mid 2000s. Like the rolling was terrible. Like sometimes people like there are horror stories of people buying like a box from like the mid 2000s and it just be like most of the cigars were like just absolute ass. Like you couldn't draw.
Yeah, they were always super tight.
But now it's like it's maybe 3 to a box. Sometimes you get a box that are well rolled. All of them are good. You know, it just depends.
In Iceland. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Don't declare those, by the way. Just don't declare them. I think Ryan's like dad. Ryan told me that like his dad just didn't declare them.
How do you not declare?
You just say, hey, here's my booze. Like you take it out yourself, and just be like, oh, I got this booze. And, like what are they gonna do? It's customs. It's like carry on. Like
So-
they're not gonna like. I don't think they go through your bag. Like you just declare the stuff.
So I don't put it on the declaration paperwork, but I do say like I bought booze.
Yeah. They.
I've
You're
never
coming
done
from
it.
Iceland. You're coming from
I
Iceland.
know. It'd be one thing if I was coming from like Africa or Central America, but they don't give a fuck. I'm coming from Europe. I'm coming from the whitest country outside of Ireland. I'm going to be just fine. And if not, while I'm over there, I'm going to get a 5-pack of probably those Cohiba. That Cohiba 5-pack that's like $60,
Be careful though, the
$70.
Cohibas went up in price
Yeah, they
to meet
just,
the Hong. I don't know
the
when
Hong
that goes
Kong
into effect. The Hong Kong price.
market. Yeah. Well, there's also some Romeos that they sell, the Cuban Romeos, that I might have. Basically, it's just going to be like dealer's choice, whatever's in the arrival store.
Well, I mean, you're reenacting the Northmen, so I assume you're not coming back.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to murder a small village.
Gotta find a volcano.
Someone I used to work with at camp.
They're in Paris.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Who
not-
was in Paris?
Someone I went
someone
to.
who's a
someone I
Los
used to
Blancos
work,
fan.
Work at camp with.
Went to Paris.
Because
So
his
they
he
got
has
in.
a
They
dual
didn't get tear gassed.
citizenship.
They didn't get tear gassed. Like a lot of the scouts got tear gassed. Some
I would
Real
be
Madrid
interested in
fans.
Dual citizenship. I have, because my grandfather was born in Ireland, I could get Irish citizenship, which is an EU passport. So then basically you get access to everything.
We should all move there. We should all move to Ireland.
I would be down.
Peace out, America.
We should move to Ireland, and I'll change my name to E.L. Rupert Penis. And
Well,
I'll
I
become
can't
an
be. I can't be the Brigadier General because he's super British.
Yeah, I'm gonna become
Brigadier General
E.L.
Wesley
Rupert
Beavertail.
Penis, and I'm gonna restart the IRA. But instead of wearing
Some people
black,
would say the IRA never went away.
but like my whole thing is we're not gonna wear ski masks. We're gonna wear masks.
Where were you on the day of that car bombing in Belfast, Northern Ireland? By
I
the way?
was
Where were you that day? There is a photo that's been floating around that shows you on the scene. In fact,
I mean, I was hunting for an Indonesian cat uterus, so I could pontificate about Roe v. Wade because I would be an owner of a uterus.
Oh
the
God.
finest cat uteri.
Only the finest. You know?
Oh, the finest.
From an ocelot. That's where that's where it came from. It was a wild ocelot.
You just pick
They
that
have those at
animal.
the Boston Science Museum.
They do. That's where I
Yeah.
stole it from. It was the Boston Science Museum.
Weird, 'cause my
That
kids saw
happened.
it legit
That was another-
3 days ago.
That was one of the things that happened in America.
Oh,
Roe v. Wade.
oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the Boston Science.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
Whatever happened there?
I peed there. I peed on one of the displays, and it caused an international incident. Apparently, it was a gift.
It was on loan from Morocco.
It was on loan from the Sultan of Brunei. Now the Sultan of Brunei wants to have me killed. So there are all these Bruneian mercenaries coming to my house. I don't know. I don't know where that was going.
You're special, kind of special.
It's fair. What are you looking at, Paul? Paul's looking up ways to call the Sultan of Brunei on me.
He literally doesn't even have his phone. It's
I'm
a
looking
camera.
at the camera.
He's thinking about what cryptic message you can send to the Boston Herald.
There's something wrong with you.
You're just realizing this?
No.
Yeah, you've been friends with
I
me
was
for
gonna
how long?
say.
Let's recount that. Do we
Well,
ever
the
discuss?
day we met. You want to talk about the day we met?
I've heard this story so many times this weekend alone.
Really? Why would he tell?
I haven't heard it.
Pray tell. Why would he be talking to other people about how I met him? That's interesting.
I don't know, because I don't think I ever told you, right?
No, you've told me several times.
Oh, I don't know. I just repeat
That
that
DC
story.
trip was a cancer on America.
That was an international
That's another
incident.
why to that.
Where were you on January 6th?
I was
a simple tourist.
I was actually taking a tour of Congress with some friends of mine. One of them was a shaman.
He had a spear.
Perhaps you remember him.
He really got a lot. For whatever reason, he got all the press. You know.
Yeah, he got all the press.
Meanwhile, I was running around in a tactical vest, and nobody stopped me.
Yeah, I mean, I was dressed up like Muammar Gaddafi. You know,
I
looking
had
for
zip
Hillary
ties.
Clinton. Looking for Hillary Clinton.
Can't reveal.
But yeah, no. So the DC trip.
I want to hear your
My recounting specifically of
our meeting. I could care less about the rest of the trip.
Well,
is
we
like-
were on our way down. I think we met. We got to talking at the airport on the way down. We
Yeah.
were at the gate, and we were introduced by now a former friend of both of ours. Because let's be real here. I think at the time I was cool enough with Ray, but I don't know where you were at. But he introduced me to you, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
And we were talking about I know on the way back we watched a lot of The Room in the terminal on the way back, but I don't remember what we did. We're talking about some movie on the way down.
I think it was The Godfather. I think I had made mention of The Godfather.
Was it The Godfather, or was it... For whatever reason, I have this memory of trying to watch some of Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah.
Because I had it saved on my computer.
Yeah.
And we pulled it up, and I just, like, it restarted from the scene that I last left off on my Voodoo account.
Yeah.
And it was the scene where the hearse pulls up, and the naked lady's in the back.
Yeah.
And it was a small child sitting next to us. And so I immediately closed the computer.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, nope, click. Nope, not watching that. Not going to catch a case.
That was like, was that the plane that was like, that was coming back, there was like no one on the plane.
Yeah, the plane was empty.
And I was like laying on the seats, reading like,
Ayn
reading
Rand.
a book. No,
reading
I was actually reading a book like The Spirit of Phenomenology by like Hegel, because I was taking metaphysics with Ludwig at the time.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, I just remember laying on the seats, and then the plane, like, we hit turbulence.
A little bit. Boom. It was one little jolt.
Yeah, and I was like,
Ah! Ah!
Just like that, too.
But no, so we got down there, and we, the taxis from the airport dropped us under an overpass.
Yep.
Because the gentleman that was running the trip did not have the right address.
Yeah, and I just remember we were in Baltimore, and we ended up at, like, this train station, because we landed at BWI. And then we ended up at, like, this weird
Or
train...
Ronald Reagan. No, BWI.
We landed at BWI, and then we left out of BWI. So remember we had to, like,
Where'd
drive
you get
from,
there?
like... That was a whole thing. The end of it was a shit show.
Yes, it was.
And then, like, I remember we were at, like, this, like, Amtrak terminal. And we were bartering with this, we were bartering with these Middle Eastern men who definitely swindled us in this weird taxi ride. Do you remember that? It was, like, freezing cold.
Oh my god, yeah, we were, like, out in front of
And they were like,
the
$60 ride, $60 ride, get in the van. And I'm like...
We were standing...
Like, I did not agree to
The
this.
train
Like,
it was like Baltimore's Grand Central Station, essentially.
yeah, it was
a
a
giant...
huge Amtrak terminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were pictures of Hunter Biden everywhere at that point. Ooh. Former head of Amtrak. Was he even head of it? I don't even know.
Definitely not Hunter.
No, definitely not Hunter. Maybe it was pictures
Maybe
of
Bo.
Joe.
Maybe Bo.
The ghost of Bo. I shouldn't even say that.
No.
Oh, for the DuPont thing, yeah, I'll say that. But, no, that was like... And we got swindled, and then we ended up,
They
like...
dropped us under an overpass, and then we had to get Ubers to the hotel from
the hotel, because we were like... But we were like... It was an overpass, but it was also a DC Metro stop. It was, like, very close there.
Yes.
And then,
there was, like, a homeless encampment, like, across the street.
Yeah. It was in Alexandria, but it was in, like, a very interesting part of Alexandria.
So then we get to the hotel.
Which was quite far away from...
anything.
Yeah.
But they had a shuttle service, so it was fine. But we needed to figure out dinner. It was about dinner time at this point. We had been traveling all day. And someone came up with the idea of going to that Irish restaurant that was down in Old Alexandria.
And our leader went on a soiree with
to cheat on his girlfriend.
Yeah, to cheat on his girlfriend.
Several times he just disappeared. He just ran off into the night. We didn't see him for most of the trip.
He met Jeff Flake.
Yeah,
former Arizona Republican Jeff Flake.
Yep. Never Trump Republican.
Another one of those. What's up with those guys? We need to purge them.
We need to get rid of Bill Kristol, Steve Schmidt.
Steve Schmidt.
When they say hang Mike Pence, I think they should be saying hang Steve Schmidt.
Or
those
Max
Lincoln Project
Boot, Max Boot, that guy that wears like a fedora.
Yeah.
He's
just hang
another
all the
cretin.
Lincoln Project guys. But no, so then we went to the Irish restaurant, we got dinner, and you and I hit it off, like, amazingly. So I wasn't even talking to my girlfriend at that point. She just, like, didn't exist. So Will and I were hanging out. And then on the way back to where the show...
No, I thought at first you
on the
saw
way,
the tobacconist.
Yeah, that's right. I saw John Crouch Tobacconist on the way down to the Irish restaurant. And I was like, oh, I see the Native American statue. There's a tobacconist there. I wonder... And you had mentioned that you like cigars. And so I made a mention. I was like, on the way back, you want to get cigars? So we stopped on the way back. And I bought a Monte Cristo White Series. And I don't remember what you had.
I had a La Roma de Cuba.
Did you?
Yeah.
I probably gave you shit for it. I do not like those cigars.
And we had like a lighter. We bought like a Vic lighter.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
we,
They, like, not
we
work?
smoked the cigars on the loading dock,
Yeah.
which is the only smoking area of this hotel, just in the back of the hotel. We were out there for like 2.5 hours. We talked about everything and anything. We
Yeah,
professed
you-
our mutual our love for each other.
yeah.
Pretty
It was the
quickly.
first time we kissed.
Yeah, you know,
Right off the bat.
under the bridge.
Under the bridge,
It's
under
okay to
the
eat fish.
boardwalk.
South of the border, down Mexico way.
You were at the time you were a real Bushman of the Kalahari.
Easy, easy. Don't be getting me in trouble. That we've had a period of détente when it comes to those things. Let's not make the Cold War too hot, okay? Yeah, and then
And then I almost
I had to take Olivia Wilkinson to the changing of the guard, and she's like, "Are they going to shoot their guns? Are they going to shoot their guns?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! It's supposed to be quiet." At the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. I was
Yeah,
like,
you went
"Shut
all the
up."
way to Arlington, and I witnessed we were at the National Mall, and there were like food trucks like lined up on the National Mall, and these two like Middle Eastern men, I think they were like Pakistani.
Oh my
to
god,
be
the
honest.
fight!
Yeah, dude, and like I went to get French fries. Like for some reason, I was just craving French fries, and these
you
guys were like,
So
these guys
nothing's
were like,
changed.
guys were like.
Turkish wrestling.
Yeah, they were like, I assume they were saying "fuck you" in some other language. But they were like "Allahu Akbar," and then the guy was like "Allahu Akbar," and then this dude took the tip can, and
Just
threw
took
it
them
at the
out.
other guy, and there's just money going everywhere. I grabbed change off the ground. I'm scooping change up to pay for my fries with it, and the glass broke, and the dude cut his hand on the glass because he was just beating the guy with it. And then this other guy comes out of the food truck, and he's like Mustafa, cut it out, and it just devolved, and we're just and I'm like,
Right down to the
everyone's
names.
like 100, everyone's like a football field away from me, and they're looking like flabbergasted as I'm standing there like, hey, can I get some fries and
Can I get
a
the
water?
truffle fries, please? Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy's like, I am so sorry for this. This usually doesn't happen. And I'm like,
Usually.
this is a daily occurrence down here. You guys are getting testy here, probably every single day. And, it was between, these guys that owned, and, one guy had, an Italian truck, and he definitely wasn't Italian.
No.
And then there was another guy who had,
Marketing.
a fried dough truck, and I think those guys went at it about the spot where they were at. That's what they were fighting over.
You
was
seem to remember these things in great detail. I smoked so much weed in college. I don't remember most of what happened.
No.
I remember that though. I feel like I remember something like that.
I remember the
But
fight.
they were
I don't
fighting
remember
over. They were
these
definitely fighting over where they were.
territory.
Yeah, they were
It was a
fighting. It was
territorial
a dispute. Yeah, it was. It was a tale as old as time. You know, it was Israel, Palestine. Kashmir, Pakistan, and India. It was over a
Strait of
spot.
Japan.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was South China.
Taiwan.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Chinese Taipei.
Yeah,
Sorry, Xi.
Yeah, it was really it was
Sorry,
really
Xi.
this
The
absurd
I'm gonna lose our
fight.
sponsors
But I just
here.
remember them shouting at each other and
The residuals.
yeah, and he just broke the it was glass. It wasn't a plastic chain, a plastic tip jar. It was a glass tip jar. It was one of those fish bowls, and he broke it and cut his hand, and he had his t-shirt wrapped around it, and people were shouting in languages that I cannot comprehend, and I was just like, can a man get some fries and some ketchup? How hard is it out here?
What
But
does a
I
man
do
gotta
remember
do to get
picking
some
up
ketchup?
change, and I paid for half of my meal with the change that guy had thrown literally everywhere.
All over the street.
All over the street, and people were shouting. Some guy came from across the street. A DC police officer was like, "What is going on here?" And they were like, "He took my spot, and I'm gonna kill him." And it's just okay. I got my French fries. That was one of the craziest. That was one of my favorite fights I've ever seen. And I've seen people go at it in Boston, over stupid stuff. But that was the craziest fight because the dude sliced his hand open.
That's
it was
just-
blood and he was like, give me a towel, and he was wrapping his hand. It was definitely a territorial dispute.
Had to have been.
But didn't I just remember we tried to get into because the history of African American History Museum.
It wasn't open yet.
No, it wasn't open yet, and they were letting you had to be a special. You had to be Oprah to be let in.
Yeah, I think Obama was there.
But I didn't see any. Who did we see that was like? Did we see any famous people while we were there?
Not on
There
that
were people
trip.
protesting in front of the White House. I know that. It was like
I met Paul Ryan on a separate trip.
But I remember
Friend of the show.
Wasn't that we went during the March for Life, right? Yeah, the March for Life was going on.
It was February or January.
It was January, so the March for Life was going on that week, and that was why there was a lot of people down there.
A lot of people praying the rosary and yelling at Planned
But there was
Parenthood.
counter protesters as well.
Yeah, I think there were more counter protesters than there were March for Life
I had
people.
some. I was talking to people. I was walking around talking to people, getting their.
Willie on the street,
Yeah, like I talked to some people that brought
taking
their
it
kid.
to the streets.
Yeah, there was like I was like Michael McDonald. You know, I was taking it to the streets. I had a conversation with people that brought their like 5-year-old daughter, and like they were just like indoctrinating her. It was very.
Oh my god, I love it when they make the kids hold the signs.
But there was like on both sides there was kids holding signs. You know, because I'm a both sides kind of guy. I give it to both sides. You know, but it was like very weird. It was very weird. I don't like protests. They made me uncomfortable. So like because like when I went to high school, they always did a trip for the March for Life. Like never really.
I never went.
Yeah, I never went. Like it's just like I don't want to go to. It's like it's a protest. Like I don't want to go to a protest. Like protests make me uncomfortable. Like I don't care enough about like not to say like yeah I don't really care enough about that issue to really like I don't really care enough that much maybe about like most issues to like go to Washington D.C. and like carry a sign and shout at a building because that's what they do. They go up to the building and they shout at the building and they tell the building to do something. They're like, hey building, do something. Like that's basically what they're doing. They stand out in front of the building with a sign and they have their kids or whatever and they bring like and like some bishop comes and he's like we must make abortion illegal.
It's cardinal law.
It's cardinal law.
I would literally need a Xanax to survive that.
It was like there's so many people because like it had ended. I remember we were like at the reflection pool, I think, and there were like that pool. It was like a pool. We were walking by. I think it might have been the reflecting pool.
No, we were by the Botanical Museum.
Yeah.
wasn't
There's like a pool over that way.
Yeah, it's not
and they were
the reflecting
but there
pool,
were
it's
people
a-
dressed up like the Pope walking around.
It was actually just Schmitty. Schmitty wore a Pope costume one year at Halloween at St. Joe's.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's very papal.
Yeah, very paper with him.
And what
Possibly even sacrilegious.
was it the time that we went down and we saw? Were you with me when we saw the Black Israelites?
No, you didn't. Did you? I didn't see no Black Israelites.
You
I feel
weren't
like I
with-
got cheated.
You weren't with us then. We walked by them. They were shouting. They were calling people cracker.
No.
Yeah, they called a woman a cracker, and like, but we didn't engage with them. I wanted to engage with them.
It's probably best you didn't.
Smart man.
I have an affinity for those characters. I've been by their world headquarters. It's in Harlem, actually. My cousin's wedding was in Manhattan, and the reception was at the Bronx Botanical Gardens. We drove by
It's my sister's wedding.
the
Damn
You mean
FBI don't
Richie
respect
drove
nothing.
by aggressively?
no the bus, because we were in a bus. We went from from the church in
I
Manhattan.
mean, did you ask for a membership card, an application?
I tried to get. They wouldn't let me in. I
Yeah.
have not enough melanin for that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. As much as
You're
I
very
wish.
Isn't that
opposite of
racist?
melanin.
I mean, of all the things that are definitely racist, that has to be one of them, right?
I mean,
can't
I
join
think
your
they're more
organization
than just
because I'm
racist.
white.
I think they're like wildly anti-Semitic and conspiratorial.
No, that's
but
just Minister Farrakhan.
no. The Black Israelites are pretty. They think the Jews are fake, right? Isn't that their whole bit? They're the lost tribe and everyone else is like a false.
Don't they like trace their roots back to Ishmael as opposed to the other kid of Abraham?
No, they
Isaac.
Don't, no,
They don't. Isn't that? But isn't
No,
that
that's-
Islam's thing?
That's Islam. Yeah, you're in another planet on this one.
I don't know, brother. All I know is firstborn.
Judaism is Jacob.
No.
No. We're talking about the two sons of Abraham.
Isaac and Ishmael.
And
Isaac
is the Jews.
Isaac is the Jews. Ishmael went to what is now Mecca with his
His mom, the
his
concubine.
mom, who she was a slave, then concubine. Didn't they come back for Abraham's funeral?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they did. They made like this grand trek.
The 12 tribes were named after Jacob's 12 kids.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm
But the
teaching our
13th is
sixth
the
graders.
true. You're teaching your sixth graders now?
Yeah,
Wow,
so
that's
part of our
powerful stuff.
curriculum.
You should teach them about the 13th tribe, the real tribe, the Black
The
Israelites.
real sons.
The real sons. Yeah, they show crazy things. They're in New York all the time. They're in, like, Times Square all the time, apparently. When I went to Times Square, I missed them. I was kind of sad.
Yeah, I know. We just got assaulted by a dude in an Elmo costume.
No.
What?
Yeah, I had Bumblebee.
Whoa.
Bumblebee tried to, like,
Grind on
insert
you.
his
Was this
fingers
Times
in my
Square?
anus.
Yeah.
Thing, yeah. It
I
sounds like
fucking hate
Square.
Times Square.
Times Square is awful.
Yeah. 'Cause
I
it's
miss
just-
the old Times
it's
Square.
like
Like, where
the
you
old
could see, like,
Times Square
25-cent nude films.
Yeah, like Taxi Driver Times Square was legit. Modern day Times Square is just Taxi Driver Times Square, but instead of a nudie picture showing, there's an Olive Garden.
There's a
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
an
it
all,
just-
yeah, and there's like the M&M store.
Yeah, it's like
That
you know.
shit's
There's a
sick.
coked
It's
out
like
Elmo
4
on the
floors
street.
in.
Yeah,
The M&M floor.
Elmo's
the
just shouting anti-Semitic remarks.
Free hugs. I think not.
the Elmo's like free Palestine. He's chasing you with like a machete down the street. Give me my money, free Palestine. The bumblebee's just like it has like an IV of ketamine and is like chasing you around with the IV, trying to get the money for the picture that you took with your 5-year-old kid.
Oh my god.
One of the Elmos when I was there was like handing out a mixtape, but I didn't take it because I was like, I'm gonna get like some venereal disease if I touch this mixtape.
Also, if you accept it, they try to charge you for it.
Yeah, that's
That'll
the
be
whole thing.
$20. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you think it's free. But
Yeah, $20 for like your poorly-
shitty LP.
your
No, it's not
shitty-
even an LP. It's an EP. It's
Yeah.
got like 4 songs.
It's
on
like
it.
4 songs of him going
And one of them's
word, yo, yo, hot mic.
my bitch, my hoe, my hoe.
Yeah,
my
that's like
bitch.
basically like
I could be a rapper.
it's like obscene Dr. Seuss rhymes.
One fish,
Oh,
2 fish, red fish, blue fish, Morpheus, Dorpheus.
That's like essentially, but that's Times Square though. Like there's like a Levi's store.
Yeah, an Olive Garden.
The M&M. I
I'm
have to
really
say, the
hooked on
candy-
this Olive Garden bit.
I fucking hate Olive Garden.
the Olive Garden in Times Square.
Any Olive Garden. I want to burn
Didn't
them all
Jimmy
to the
Fallon
ground.
go there with Post Malone?
I want to burn them all to the ground. I fucking hate Olive Garden.
Isn't
Oh,
Olive
this-
Garden's
this-
thing when you come here, your family?
When you're here, your family.
The breadsticks.
Yeah.
We used to go to the Olive Garden. I have to say, I went to the only time I've ever been in an Olive Garden is when I worked for the school's baseball team, and we would go at the end of the trip, the one in Florida. And I have to say, like, when it's, like, paid for, it's not bad. Like, I feel
Olive
like
Garden
anything
is
is
dog
good. Any food is good if, like,
if it's free.
if
And
it's
tell the
free.
chef this is low-grade dog food.
I mean, you can get whatever. You could basically get whatever you want. I remember, yeah, I went there twice my senior year because we had our senior dinner at Olive Garden, and then we had like.
All right, let me throw one by you. Which is worse, Olive Garden or the Cheesecake Factory? I think they both.
I think all.
Every single
I
one
would
of them
say
must.
Olive Garden.
They must
Yeah.
all be burned to the ground.
I think
Not
no. The
cheesecake
thing,
out
the thing
here?
about the Cheesecake
No.
Factory
I like
though
cheesecake.
is the
No, cheesecake at the Cheesecake. That's fine. I'm talking about the food. Like, why would you go to the Cheesecake
So
Factory?
if you
to
burn
eat
down cheesecake factories, you're burning down the cheesecake, Paul.
that? Yeah, well, you know, you can get cheesecake other places.
Yeah, but the thing about
Yeah,
the
but they're
Cheesecake
not good.
Factory is it's an exercise.
What happened to Tyler?
He went to the bathroom like 20 minutes ago.
I think he fell in the toilet and was sucked down into an interdimensional portal.
The snake bit him. I'm just worried that maybe he was feeling green around the gills. Did he look sick?
No.
No.
I don't
No?
think So.
Okay.
But the thing about
He's gonna
the
come back
Cheesecake
out. He's gonna
Factory-
be like, "Yeah, I puke." Dude, sometimes cigars can get you. That's all.
I think
Man,
the
he's
thing
just in there, just dying. He's got nicotine poisoning. The poor bastard was sitting there like Patience on a Monument. He was mute, and then he's like, "I gotta go."
he's transforming.
He's turning into an ocelot. We're sacrificing him to the owl demon Moloch.
Oh my god.
I actually spiked his cigar.
You spiked the cigar with
It's a
ketamine.
spliff. It's a spliff. What
You
about
did
this
that.
one?
You did that Arnold Schwarzenegger thing where he dips the cigar, but instead
in
of
the tequila.
it's in liquid. It's liquid LSD.
That bit has some legs on it. He cut the cigar and he put it into the LSD.
Oh my! I don't know. What Schwarzenegger? Schwarzenegger definitely does that.
What?
It's what he did to the maid. You know. That kid looks just like him. How did no one know that for that many? Poor Shriver.
Yeah, I mean, you know, how dare he?
It's kind of a weird. Like, you're married to, like, one of the most powerful. You're married to someone that's a member of the Cabal, and you choose to, like, have a 7-foot-tall kid with the maid.
With the Spanish maid.
What I was going to say about Cheesecake Factory is it's an exercise in patience. I mean, that is one of the most, like, unbearable... Because there's always a wait at the Cheesecake Factory. Like, there's
They never seem to have
because they're
enough
always in a
seating.
mall, and everyone with the strollers, they bring in their kids, like... You know, it's one of those restaurants that's, like...
Family of 4, and the kids are screaming.
It's a family of, like, 20.
Yeah.
And they all have strollers. There's always strollers in there. The one at the South Shore Mall in Braintree is
That's
like...
a mess.
That place is a mess. That
Jeb
place-
is a mess.
I've been to the one in where was it?
Is there one in Maine?
Cambridge. There's one in Cambridge.
Oh, yeah, the one in Cambridge is supposed to be, like, enormous. There was one in,
pretty
like...
And
big,
there's
yeah.
still not enough seating.
And there was a lot of
still
strollers.
fucking
Yeah,
lot.
there's always
strollers
strollers everywhere in that place.
I used to live across the street from the one at North Shore Mall.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, you live near the North Shore Mall. I've never been inside the North Shore Mall.
It's not bad.
Is it a Simon Mall?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like the same layout as the South
Yeah.
Shore.
Speaking of Simon Malls, tomorrow on our way back, we're going to stop at the Kittery Trading Post. I'm going to get some sunglasses for my run in Iceland. Because I don't really have any, like, I need, like, the typical, like, baseball player style Oakleys. I don't really
Yeah,
have
not
anything
those weird ones that you were wearing yesterday that made you look like,
Were they that big?
What? Was it the
The
sunglasses?
Oakleys I was wearing yesterday? Were they that big?
I don't remember, honestly.
Will was over here saying I had a
They're
cataract.
large.
They were huge. Those things were huge. Those things
That's
were
the
huge.
first thing he said to me this morning. Is you should have seen. Paul's
They're inside. I
sunglasses.
can go get them.
Yeah, go get it. Show us. Show us. No.
No.
No one can see.
No. Well, that's fine, but I don't need you to shit on me again. So
That was funny.
yeah.
Well, it
you
wasn't
know,
just
you're-
me. It wasn't just me. It was
You opened the
Well,
door and then everyone
And then
piled on.
probably Ryan. Me.
And
run
Ted.
No,
fast.
Ryan was just laughing. Teddy loves to jump in.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they're big. I like them. I don't think there's anything wrong with them, like, per se. I don't think, like, big sun-sized sunglasses. It was just...
I have a pretty, I have a bigger face. I'm a bigger
I did
guy,
not expect
so.
you to pull those out, though. I was not expecting them to...
Yeah, but I can't wear Tyler's fucking. Look at how stupid I look with Club Masters on. You ready? This is why I wear big sunglasses. Look at this.
Tyler's gonna come out and be like, "Why are you wearing my sunglasses?"
I look ridiculous with these.
You look like the great Charles. Wanna play y'all a piano tune? No?
Say there, Jimmy. Can I get another?
Can I get another needle?
I didn't want to say it. Can I get some OH?
Who, Jamie Foxx?
Yeah,
That
Jamie
movie
Foxx.
is so
Ray
ridiculous.
is really good.
Yeah,
That
but he,
movie's
like,
good.
he injects himself in the movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just because you're blind doesn't mean you can't find a vein. If you have decent muscle mass, your veins pop.
I think that leads to the conspiracy that him and Stevie Wonder really aren't blind.
Stevie Wonder's not blind. I saw him read a card once.
A
He
cue
did-
card.
Yeah, at the award, one of the award shows.
It's Braille.
No, but he holds it up to his face.
Yeah, but I don't think he's like. I think you can. Can't you like kind of still see if you're
Well, yeah,
blind?
if you're legally blind, you can see like shadows. Some people can see shadows. Some people, everything's totally dark.
I see your figure. Who are you?
Zoe Bonds.
Zoe Bond.
I don't know.
You thought I
I
was
fucking hated
blind,
that
but I
character.
can see.
Once I was blind, but now I can
Now
see.
I can see. Imagine if Kevin Spacey was blind. That would just add to the. That would just-
He thought Anthony Rapp was
I
a
will
girl.
now choose to
I'm
live as a
choosing-
blind man. A gay blind sex offender.
Oh my god.
I choose to live as a gay blind sex offender as a part of the cabal.
Oh my god.
He's in the cabal. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, him and the Clintons.
Yeah.
He
They're
definitely
tight.
knew Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh yeah. He was on the flight logs for sure.
Him and David Blaine.
Him and Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
Oh, and Dave Chappelle on the plane. It's like, what the fuck are you doing over here, man?
Chris Tucker was on the plane.
Yeah, he was. He was on the flight logs. He went to Little St. James. Yeah. That's really sad.
You can Google. I love the Google Earth of Little St. James. You can find the temple that I want so badly. I'm gonna buy.
You
the
can
temple.
buy the island. The island's for sale.
How much is it?
Many, many millions of dollars.
I
Which
just-
doesn't make a lot of sense because there was a sex cult there. So how is it still?
Yeah,
worth
but
so much?
I think you tear everything down and start anew.
No, you have to salt the fucking earth.
You have
You
to
have to burn some
sage.
sage.
You
Yeah,
have to
you get
burn
Kyrie
sage.
in there
Get
with some
Brooks to come.
sage.
Yeah, and do crystals. Your
crystals.
friend. No,
Get
her
Kyrie
quartz,
Irving
all
in
of her
there.
quartz would break with that energy.
Yeah.
Holy crap! There's some dark.
There's some
dark
demonic energy.
Yeah, that's
Look.
you would need like an exorcist to go on that island.
Let's
You'd
call
do-
up Max von Sydow.
You would do battle with like Moloch on that island, like a physical form of Moloch.
It's
would
just a
appear.
giant owl.
It's just a giant owl that's like, feed me, children. that would be
Lord of the innocent.
that would be crazy.
I would not want to go to that island.
No, I want the temple though. If you could take that apart and have it shipped, I'd have that put up.
Like it's like a modular home that comes in
no, well,
pieces.
like people do that with old barns and stuff. They have them. You see that? You ever see that on the highway, the modular home? You just do that. You put it in pieces and then
So
bring
like
it
I
back.
said,
You're
like
gonna
a
put it- you're
modular
gonna
home.
put
He
it
goes,
out
no,
behind the
no,
barn.
no.
You gotta put yeah, it's exactly what Lizzie said, and you're
I
like,
don't
it's
know.
not a modular home.
It's not, but it's more than a modular home.
Modular
Yeah,
There's
it's-
spiritual energy. You know, in
It belongs in a museum.
yeah, it belongs in my museum. I can start the cabal over again.
But this time we worship Ray Charles.
No, Pazuzu. We switch deities.
Yeah.
Or what's the one from the Nun? Valak? Is
I
that
don't
the
know.
name of the
I never
demon?
saw that.
That movie is like 90% of that movie's in the dark. Like
That's the problem with modern horror.
Yeah, it's just,
you
it's
can't
dark.
see anything in that movie.
And then it's just loud jump scare.
It's just jump scare.
I felt like I was legally blind watching that movie. Like, and I wasn't even watching that movie like,
It's actually called The Nun, the Stevie Wonder Experience.
yeah, but like, I wasn't. It's like one of those things where like you watching TV during the day and like the sun is hitting the screen and
Wait
you
a
can't
second,
see.
my sunglasses are no bigger than Lizzie's.
Yeah.
My sunglasses are no bigger than that. Did you give her shit?
No,
What the fuck are we doing here?
no.
What do you
I wasn't
think you
expecting
are?
you to wear glasses.
Because he
sunglasses
knows I'll kick his ass if he makes fun of me.
That's right, she keeps you in line.
Yeah, you know. But also,
keeps the backhand smooth. She like in Of Mice and Men where the dude wears the glove with
Yeah.
the oil in it. It's just Lizzie.
what's that movie with Crispin Glover about rats?
What?
What?
Yeah, there's a movie where like there's a horror movie with Crispin Glover and like
Why don't you
he's
look it up on your
Talking
Google
about Of
machine?
Mice and Men, and he's like, what about rats? What about
yeah, but
Crispin Glover?
it involves
Mice.
It involves mice or mice type beings.
I was like, mice and rats
It's just
are
it's an
different.
army of hamsters, of gerbils. It's an army of volutes.
No. He wrote a book called Rat Catching.
Crispin Glover?
Yeah, it's a book by actor, and Rat Catching is a book. The book is a form of collage reworked from studies in art of rat catching. An 1896 book now in public domain. Pictures from the book as well as the book itself were shown in the opening credits of 2000. Oh, Willard! Willard is the movie where...
It's actually a personal statement about the band itself. Hey, Paul.
Yeah, look at this. This is the rat catching. And Willard, like, catches rats and then he sends them on people at the end of the movie. He, like,
don't
has,
say.
like an army of rats and they, like, eat his mother who's, like, oppressive. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, it wasn't a good movie.
What year did this come out?
2003, Willard. That's the movie with Crispin Glover.
Dude, you were like
So far,
5.
there's 2 movies you've talked about that I thought were fake until I looked them up and they were real.
What was the other
The
movie?
Prophecy.
The
I was like, you
Prophecy.
talk about the plot of it. This can't be a real movie.
Christopher Walken. I love
Yeah,
it.
and
It's
Viggo
romantic.
Mortensen,
And
I think...
Viggo Mortensen.
I'm not sure. I think Vigo plays the devil in
Yeah,
that movie.
yeah.
And then
All right, hold on.
Walken is Gabriel.
This is how locked in Will Hardiman and I am. On the count of 3,
Oh god.
we're gonna say the actor who best portrayed the devil on screen. Okay.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Al Pacino, yeah.
Devil's Advocate. That's the best portrayal.
I even knew that's what you were going to say.
Yeah, that's a great movie. I showed her that movie. That's a good movie.
All right. Well, then let me try to get something that's a little deeper cut. On the count of 3, the best. Well, I know what your answer would be, but I know you know what my answer would be. So let's do your answer first, and then we'll do my answer.
Okay.
The best Scorsese movie on the count of 3. Your answer first. 1, 2, 3. Mean Streets. Good. Now my answer. 1, 2, 3. King of
Kundun.
comedy.
Oh.
Well,
Wait,
I agree. Kundun is gas, but King of comedy.
Yeah, King of Comedy. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that one. I just wanted to say Kundun.
That whole
Marty,
Indian
Kundun,
Singh
I liked
thing
it.
just went out the window.
Kundun, I liked it. Have you seen
Kundun,
Kundun?
I actually haven't. Where do I find that movie?
You
well,
can't.
My
Yeah.
personal friend Xi Jinping made it so that you really can't find it.
Dude, it's a way. Okay, have you ever seen the movie 7 Years in Tibet with Brad Pitt?
I haven't seen that one either.
Don't
no.
watch it.
Don't watch it.
No.
But I have a Blu-ray of Kundun. I think Kino
Really?
Lorber put it out, so you can find the Kino Lorber copy.
But it's like a heavily suppressed movie for some
it's
weird reason.
really hard. I had to spend like $40
Yeah,
to get a copy of it. It's like not cheap.
Yeah, because 7 Years in Tibet is critical of what happened in Tibet, but I mean it's just Brad Pitt playing a real person, but he's playing it the whole movie is him
He's
just
playing Brad Pitt,
shirtless,
yeah.
90s Brad Pitt. He was a terrible actor when he was younger.
Yeah.
Because it's just vanity, and he's playing with his hair, and he's like, haha everybody, because he's playing an Austrian mountain climber who ends up in
That
Tibet.
sounded like a Will of Val Kilmer character.
It kind of is. It should have been given to Val Kilmer.
should've
Really,
been.
really.
All right, hold on a second. Best Val Kilmer movie on 3. 1, 2, 3. Tombstone. Yep. See, we're locked in.
Yeah.
We're locked in.
I think my other favorite one is the Doors movie. That's
Jim
10 hours long.
Jim Morrison.
When he plays Jim Morrison, and I love the scene where they do LSD, and they end up there's this weird sequence where they're in the desert, and they're it's them doing LSD, but then it shifts to them in the desert, and the snake is
What's up with your face?
I don't know. I
Oh,
was
it's
born
probably
this way.
from when you were wearing your hat backwards. There's lines like this across his forehead. Yeah, that's 100% what it is because it's right there.
Love that. Love
Yeah,
that.
the
I was like,
Doors, but that
Should we go
movie's
check on Tyler?
I feel like one of
worried
you
about
should.
Tyler.
yeah. Should someone go?
I'm gonna give him a call.
Did he bring his phone?
Let me give him a call.
Maybe he fell asleep on the toilet.
What did you do to him?
I don't know.
I'm worried. What if you killed him? What are we gonna say?
Death on a podcast.
I killed him. I killed him, Your Honor. Fine. He definitely
Evidence.
puked.
Or maybe he's talking to your parents. Maybe you got into a
Oh,
conversation
no.
with your parents. Yeah.
I would feel terrible.
Definitely, yeah. No answer.
Uh-oh.
Hi, this is Tyler.
I forgot his voice was
Right now,
hysterical.
leave a message, your name and number, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Are you okay?
See it
Wait, I
live.
should have left a funny ass voicemail.
Hi, it's me, Hans, from 7 Years in Tibet.
What happened? I mean, I think we should go check on him. It's been almost 45 minutes, right?
Since he's been gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
been
don't
like
know if
around
it's that
20,
long,
I
but
think.
it's been
I
long.
think it's more than 20. I think
Yeah.
we're in the between the two.
Been
That's
long
the
Like
mix.
half an hour.
Yeah.
half an hour, I'd say.
Jesus. What do we do to him?
He's laying.
What
on the
did
floor
you
in the
do to
bathroom.
him?
Are cigars that bad? Are they that oppressive? Brandon was fine.
Well, I've smoked a few times. He said it was his second.
Cigar.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's different than doing the green, the sticky.
The
icky.
sticky. Well, he has a real panache for getting just too messed up smoking stuff. He greened out once. That was fun. He's puking. Oh my God, he definitely got sick. He always throws up when he smokes. Shit.
Let's talk about Kundu.
Let's talk about Kundu.
Wait,
Have
what
you
was
even seen
your
it?
actual favorite? Would you say was your
King of Comedy?
Okay, yeah.
Up there.
He's
he is.
alive.
There
Where
he
were
is.
you?
What
I just gave
happened?
you a call.
Did you get sick?
No, my good friend Rico destroyed.
So okay, look, I
My good
had
friend Rico.
flashbacks to the Supreme Bong incident, and I was like, this kid's dead in the bathroom downstairs.
Oh no, I didn't
I-
die.
Okay,
I didn't
I
die.
thought you because nicotine. If you inhale cigars, you can even Will we're experienced smokers, and Will and I have definitely had moments where the nick just hits us wrong.
Oh yeah, that time we smoked that cigar that we bought at the cigar merchant.
Yeah.
And I smoked way
Wait, to the nub.
to the nub, and I just got like so
Violently
lightheaded.
ill.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't get like ill. It was Rico's
Okay.
ill.
All right, good.
It was the Rico.
Like, I tried-
It was the BJ.
What's a BJ wrap?
BJ wrap,
Scully.
chicken fingers, French fries.
Yeah.
What was the sauce in it?
It's like a Thousand Island, maybe like a
Yeah.
honey mustard of some
Oh,
variety.
so it's kind of like the
Gold
Zeus
Fever-ish.
that we
It
had
was
left.
literally Zeus calzone, but in a wrap form.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
had
The
mozzarella
Greek.
sticks. or-
That sounds
Yeah.
like it would
Thing
make
in
me
there.
sick. So
You had mentioned it. Oh, bacon.
Yeah, bacon.
Well, there's bacon bits on the top of the Zeus. So
I was trying to sit up for like 5-10 minutes. I'm like, fuck.
I tried to call. I was gonna leave you a voicemail, but I didn't.
I didn't.
Hello, it's
No, I didn't
Hans
have my
here.
typical, dying moments.
Okay, I was really worried for you.
No.
No, he was in gastrointestinal agony.
He was in distress. Fly the American flag upside down. He's in distress.
This is distress.
Um,
Just not like with this country. It's not.
no, yeah, we're totally fine. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. This isn't going to be a historical artifact about the third to last week before a civil war broke out.
No.
Or a race war.
Okay, Charles Manson. You're gonna hide
Helter
in your bunker.
Skelter.
You're gonna hide in your bunker. That's why you're taking pictures. You're chronicling the
chronicling.
The
I'm pretty
days
sure that's not a
before.
word.
The days before.
Chronicling is a word.
Yeah, chronicling is a word.
The Chronicles of Narnia.
Okay, chronicles, not chronicling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that
that's
is.
the act
Yeah,
of.
that's a word.
That's the act of putting them together.
Define chronicling.
Just sounds weird.
I'm gonna chronicling
It doesn't
Narnia.
sound like it should be a word, but it is.
Okay, but it doesn't sound like exactly.
Factual written
It's,
account of important or historical events in the order of their occurrence.
That's what I'm doing. I'm
Do you want to hear the remaining one?
No.
The
No.
remaining one is when Paul Riley enacts the race war.
Whoa! Whoa! That was really you're making it way too real here. No, that's a technical foul.
Oh.
No, I just think we should really consider getting our Irish citizenship thing squared away, just in case we need to get on a plane really quick.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna move to Eritrea,
Siberia.
Eritrea, and live in the
Have
city.
fun by yourself.
And live in the city that Mussolini built when it was a part of Ethiopia that looks like an Italian villa.
Yeah.
Where
Tremendous.
everywhere else people live in like
Mud
like,
huts.
in mud huts, but there's this one city. I don't
Well-
even think they would let me in, dude. I don't think I think that's like even harder to get into than North Korea.
Well, I wonder if that village in Eritrea is.
It's a villa. It's like a villa.
I wonder if that is cheaper real estate than some of the Tuscan villas that I've been looking at.
We've been looking at Tuscan villas. We should live on an island like Scaramanga, and just reincarnate Hervé.
Hervé Vilchet?
Have him be knickknack.
Yes, I want, but he still has to be a manservant.
Yeah, you're still like being like
He's still
super
like bringing
ableist.
he's still bringing us drinks on the beach.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
it's
says,
like
"Scaramanga, Bond is here." Doesn't he locks him in the briefcase. He's the end of the movie.
yeah.
He puts him up into the cabinet.
I like him. And Fantasy
That's actually
Island
just,
is great.
That's just Ema Boateng.
Oh
We
no.
just have Ema Boateng be our manservant. He's close enough to Hervé Vilchet. You know, he's adorable. And he can fit in most overhead compartment bins.
Yeah.
I love Ema.
But
President
I
of the
think,
Ema Boateng fan club.
I think we should get on one like a Scaramanga Island and then challenge people to come and kill us.
Yes.
And we have like these elaborate booby traps.
Yeah, the clown mirrors and shit.
clown
the
mirrors.
funhouse mirrors.
And we dress up like different people from history.
Yeah, there's the cowboy like shootout OK Corral's area.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can be in the mobster scene. Like,
Yes.
You can be like the tough guy.
Can I have the fedora sideways a little bit, like you know?
Yeah, you
kinda-
can be like Max Boot and wear the fedora.
I am Max Boot.
Yeah, you write military
What
history.
about Das Boot?
I don't know if we wanna go that far.
What if Max Boot was on a U-boat?
I don't know. That could happen. We can make that happen. We could have that on the island.
Yeah.
We could kidnap Max Boot
and use it for
and
target
Bill
practice.
Crystal, and we can put him in a room filled with crystals. We can have Billy Crystal
Quartz.
in there too, with all the Schwarzkopf crystal. The Billy Crystal.
But it has to be Billy Crystal.
As the penguin from Toy Story.
No, he's not Wheezy.
What?
I thought he was
I
Weezy.
got a new squeaker. No, he's Mike Wazowski.
But he's in Toy Story, I thought.
No way. Billy Crystal's not in Toy Story.
I wouldn't be surprised if like a small
I don't
character
think
in
he
Toy
was.
Story.
I don't know.
Maybe not-
Wheezy's actually voiced by Lil Wayne.
Maybe not the first one, but like maybe Toy Story
Toy
3.
Story.
What are you looking at?
Toy Story Billy Crystal.
It feels like one of the remakes. If I were to guess.
Originally, Crystal was offered the voice of Buzz Lightyear, but he turned it down. He was never in. Billy Crystal was not in any.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
I thought he was Wheezy. Who was Wheezy then?
Toy Story.
Oh yeah, his Mike Wazowski. I knew that. What's the other? Oh, what is this? Standing up, falling down. What is that? That sounds like me trying to get out of bed in the morning.
John Ranft.
He's in I'm Still Here, the Joaquin Phoenix movie. Oh, City Slickers. Have you ever seen this movie? This movie's bad.
I don't.
91% right. I do not like that movie.
What movie?
City Slickers.
I haven't seen it. Billy
He's
Crystal.
in 61. Which is a movie about Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle, the home run record.
Yeah, but what about Billy Crystal and Analyze This?
Father's Day with Robin Williams. He was in Hamlet.
What if it was Robin Williams? What if it was Robin Williams in The Princess Bride? He's every character in The Princess Bride.
As every
Every
character.
single
Yes,
one.
Every
as one
character. It's a one-man show. It's a one-man show. He opens the door to himself.
It's me, my plan.
He's torturing
You
himself.
killed my father, prepare to die.
Ho ho! You killed my father. Ho ho! Prepare to die.
Ooh, did you kill my father? Ooh, is that a lamb? Can I live in it?
Six-fingered man. I am the six-fingered man, and I killed your dad.
It's like a Michael Myers movie.
It's like the Pentaverate.
The Pentaverate.
Ryan is so on the Pentaverate train. I gotta watch that show. I just don't have the time, my friends. I don't have the time. You know.
He's too busy taking pictures and sending cryptic messages to newspapers.
No, I'm training. Iceland is next. We might not even get an episode recorded before Iceland. Another episode, I mean, after this one.
Your post run. You won't be, dude. You're
I think-
performing the Northman in Iceland.
Yeah.
So I don't think I think this is the last episode. I think this is the last episode.
Do we call this what are we calling this?
The final.
Northman 2, the Squeakquel.
No, you call this the last movie. Did your phone die, Lizzie?
The Northman prequel.
That
The
would be a
Northman
prequel,
2,
though.
Northman Harder.
What? What?
North another day.
Northman 2, Electric Boogaloo. What if it was the Northman but with Alvin and the Chipmunks characters?
Oh my god.
Northman
With Alvin and the Chipmunks characters.
I always wanted to do 300, but everyone was the guy who was Xerxes.
No, everyone's the hunchback guy.
Yeah.
One of my kids did a project on him and is
How
obsessed.
long have we been recording?
Who, King Xerxes?
How long have we been? That's an excellent question, Brandon. We have an hour and 45 minutes in the fucking can, fellas.
Pretty good.
That's great.
It's pretty good.
That's great.
Pretty good.
Alvin and the Chip. Which one would be?
Who's the main character's name?
Amleth. Amleth. Who would be Amleth?
Am I recasting?
Definitely,
I
definitely
do.
Elvin, right? Like,
No, I think it would
Simon.
be Theodore. I think Theodore would make a great Amleth. I think Simon.
I think we should do the
I think
Northman,
Simon
but
needs
all
to be
the characters are Christopher Walken.
Oh my god.
I'll avenge you, father. I'll save you, mother.
I'll save you, and he's just talking about himself.
I'll save you, Christopher Walken.
I'll kill you, Christopher Walken.
Now, shaman man. Head that is actually just a head of mine. Tell me your secrets.
But Bjork is still in it for whatever reason.
Willem Dafoe is still in it. He's like, Willem, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? We're friends. Why did you give me this magic potion?
Oh, yeah, they get high, huh?
Yeah, they were
they
were
got
all
high.
on like mushrooms. They were doing all psychedelic stuff.
They were high.
And these like
God damn, I gotta watch.
I'm
that
not
movie.
a
And is that on
dog.
Blu-ray yet?
probably soon.
probably.
It's already on video on demand, which is great.
Oh, so it's, yeah.
When do the Celtics start?
8:30.
We got another hour.
More like 8:45 'cause it's on
Yeah.
ESPN.
So it means we
Yeah.
got to fill another hour of podcasting.
Oh God.
Why don't we cut this into multiple episodes and really maximize our profit?
We should do 10 episodes.
10 5-minute episodes. They're just quick hitters.
Anjoy Taylor's still in the movies. Anjoy Taylor. You're
Anya
not from
Taylor-
the roost.
Anya
Your
Taylor
facial
Joy.
expressions when you do your voices are historic.
It's like
You're
is
not
what-
Slavic. What are you doing? Anjoy
Let's do
Taylor.
this with everything.
well, this
See,
was
Taylor
born out of
walking.
Trump.
Yeah.
This was because the Trump thing.
Oh, we could have the Northman with Trump.
Oh boy.
Look, I will avenge you, Father. I will avenge
The
you,
face,
Fred.
look at his face.
I will avenge you, Fred.
Look,
I hate him.
look, Slavic woman.
I
We're gonna
already-
be on this boat. It's gonna be crazy. I'm a fake slave. I'm here to find my uncle stepfather, and I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna go to the gates of hell, whatever that is. People talk about it. I don't know if it's real. It's fake news. You know, just like Hillary's emails. You know, and Hillary plays the
The uncle?
the uncle.
No, Hillary's the mom.
Hillary's the mom, and
Bill Clinton's the
Hail,
uncle.
yeah, no. Who's like someone that
Why did you come
Jim
back here,
Acosta?
nephew?
Jim Acosta is the uncle.
No, Jim Acosta's the fool. He's the Willem Dafoe.
No. Jim Acosta would be Jim. Okay, Jim Acosta
Why
is his
can't Bill
stepbrother.
Clinton be the uncle? Oh,
Because-
Jim Acosta's definitely but he's the younger stepbrother, the little one.
No, that would be his half brother.
Oh yes, okay, so that's
That's Pence.
Oh my God.
Little guy, I know you don't like
it's Marco Rubio.
little Marco. I know we're somehow related now, even though you're half Cuban and or whatever you are. I don't know what you are. But you're gonna try to kill me, you're gonna try to stab me, and I'm gonna have to kill you.
I'm gonna put you down
I'm gonna put you down like a dog.
like a dog in the street.
He died like a dog, Marco did.
Little Marco.
Little Marco.
Who is Bill Clinton in this then?
Well,
Bill Clinton should be like the Willem Dafoe character. Who's a guy that Trump really went toe to toe with?
Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz's
Well,
wife.
No, but like who's like a Democrat that like
Adam Schiff.
I can only think of Hillary Clinton as his like absolute enemy. Or Joe Biden. could
He
be
went
that.
Adam
ham on
Schiff?
Joe in every debate. So.
He did.
He what?
He went ham on Joe for every debate that there was. So
He
like,
just embarrassed himself, honestly.
if there's
be
someone to be second in line, it'd be Joe.
No, nephew, why? I thought my dude with one eye killed you. What are you doing back here, man?
Look,
Come
I'm
on,
back.
man.
Get out of here. You don't even know
Oh,
what day
God.
it is, Uncle. Uncle
Oh,
stepdad.
Yeah,
Howard.
it's Saturday, Thursday. What are we talking about here?
Why the fuck do I need?
The Northman. I'm here. I'm the Northman. I have this sword. It only works at night. Because the liberal media won't let me take it out during the day because we have no rights in this country.
Oh Lord.
That could be.
That has some legs. This bit has legs.
Well, no, I think it has legs as a sort of what's going to happen in 2024 when the real president
He's
comes
just gonna
back.
take
from
a
the Winter
sword
White
out
House.
and stab Joe Biden.
No. It's like a,
Oh
it's
my
like a, it's a
Lord.
soliloquy or something. You know, it's like it's
All
a.
right, look, Donald. I just need you to take this little juice box here. All right, and then you're gonna feel real good. You're gonna start barking like a dog.
I'm not a dog. But I know we spent time on Epstein's Island, and I barked a few times playing that weird role-playing game that we played that involved all of those 16-year-old girls that Jeffrey Epstein somehow had in his house.
I'm just saying. I saw pictures of you with a dog collar around your neck and a glove, a black leather glove in your face.
What am I, O.J. Simpson? Get away from me.
Oh my god.
O.J. Simpson is the Northman.
Yeah.
Hey, Uncle, it's me, yours truly.
Kanye's the uncle. It's a soliloquy from the Kardashians.
Antonio Brown is the stepbrother. Are you gonna play football this year? Nah, don't play yourself thinking I'm gonna be playing football this year.
Tristan Thompson's the uncle.
Chris Thompson.
Chris Humphries is the
Chris Humphries is 72 hours.
Humphries would be the cousin.
Remember when Chris Humphries played for the Celtics?
TBT.
For one season, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that before? That was after he was married to.
That was like
Kardashian.
2015.
They were divorced.
They were
when
divorced. They
he
still
got
had
traded.
the kid. Yeah.
That's all they cared about when he came to Boston was that he was like Kim Kardashian. Not that he was
It's
like
not Kim. It's Chloe.
Sure. I don't know.
No, he's married to Kim.
Chris Hunt. No.
He was married to
I
Kim for like how long? 8 months.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
Tristan.
Was it even that long?
But that's all they could talk about. They couldn't talk about him actually. Like I remember
It was
that it was
72
on.
days.
Yeah, it was like on. It was on the news, and like all they talked about was how the Celtics acquired Kim K's like ex-husband. It wasn't like
He
anything.
wasn't a basketball
It wasn't
player.
like anything about his like repertoire as a basketball player. It was just like.
There were
Well,
Kim
clearly there
chants
wasn't
at the
anything else.
Garden.
Yeah, there was,
No.
dude. It was wild. It was had nothing to do with
It
his
was
ability.
like Kim.
And then
His
Chloe's
well, Chloe was with
what's his
Tristan.
face?
Tristan,
Yeah,
yeah.
who was
Tristan Thompson.
also played for the Celtics.
Who's the one that was it? Tyga?
I will avenge you, Nicole.
Was it?
I will kill you, gay Jewish waiter. I will save you, Nicole.
Who's the father in that OJ?
Well, he's
So
looking
yes.
for the killer still, so I guess whoever the killer is, you know?
Whoever the killer is.
I don't know who the killer is.
I don't know. All I know is there's a weird track record between him and Alan Dershowitz.
Yeah.
Dershowitz killed his wife.
Dershowitz, another acolyte of Jeffrey Epstein.
But like the weird thing about Dershowitz is that like his ex-wife, like his first wife, mysteriously was found face down in the East River, and then he subsequently helped two men that murdered their wives like get off. You know what I mean? Like
He got them off?
Yeah, there was the first.
hear this
There was this
part.
rich
No shit, he got. Well, I'm talking about.
OJ. He helped get, but there's
He
another
helped
one.
OJ get off?
I'm trying to explain here. Remember, Dershowitz. I am convinced that Dershowitz killed his first wife.
OJ Simpson is innocent.
What? Of course. I mean, that's a given. But so like, Dershowitz's first wife like committed suicide, and they found her
Yeah,
like.
so did Natalie Wood.
Yeah, I know.
You know who helped kill her? Christopher Walken was on that boat.
What can I say? The sign said push, and I pushed.
Robert, what are you doing? Why do you have the spear gun in your hands?
Just push.
When you pull the trigger, say that I was in my bunk. I thought you were Chinese.
The fight is a fool. I thought you were Chinese.
Natalie Wood.
I thought you were
I
Chinese.
thought you were Chinese.
Imagine that's what he tells the police. Christopher Walken arrested for the murder of
I see
Natalie Wood.
nothing wrong with it. Because I thought you was Chinese.
Imagine he's just the biggest racist.
Racist Christopher Walken is a good character. That's a good character.
Yeah, that's not, that wouldn't be... Christopher Walken in The Northman is a racist Christopher Walken.
I was sending that Natalie Wood back to the jungle.
A little riverboat cruise. Oh, man.
Oh boy.
Christopher Walken. What good... He was in The King of New York. What is the best Christopher Walken?
For playing King Louis.
And the new one.
Yeah.
He did Louis Prima. Even though I don't think he could top Louis Prima.
No, Louis Prima's kind of gas.
Yeah.
Oh my mama, oh my
Yeah,
mama.
yeah, from Casino.
Oh my mama. Oh,
What is
mama.
that song called? It's like a medley. It's like
Zuma Zuma.
Zuma.
Angelina.
Yeah,
And there's a third song. It's
Yeah.
those two and another thing.
yeah, and he's like, oh mama, as it like breaks down.
with the saxophone. Yeah.
Who's the guy that Kevin Spacey did the movie of that sings Beyond the Sea?
Bobby Darin.
Yeah, Bobby Darin.
Yeah. Sing a Simple Song of Freedom. That song's actually pretty
Yeah, the Kevin Spacey version of that song is like
good. Not great.
not great. No.
Not great. Doesn't help that he's a sex offender. With the record. What about Roman Polanski? Okay. Go.
I don't.
Let's go with
know.
this. Let's go with this. Roman Polanski. Roman Polanski in a Turkish bath. Roman Polanski in a Turkish bath.
What is the deal? What are we doing with that guy? Like, what is the? Is he like? What is his status? Like, he made The Pianist, which won an Oscar, right?
He wasn't even in the country.
Like, he wasn't even in the
He couldn't
country.
come back to the country.
Yeah,
He
like,
accept
what
his
are we,
award.
like, I feel like that's about as bad as the Harvey Weinstein. How they keep, like, The Pianist wasn't a bad, like, I think The Pianist was an amazing movie. It was a classic movie.
Yeah,
Like,
but like if you're not going to nominate Uncut Gems for an Oscar, I don't think that just because it was a great movie, I feel like, you know.
yeah, like, I mean, but I don't understand what we're doing here with Polanski. Like, it's been, like, 40 years, and there's...
More money. That was in like the 70s, dude. He
Yeah.
fled like 2 years after Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, like,
It was like just after Chinatown. It was like
It's after
75.
Chinatown.
yeah.
It was like 74 or 75. Yeah.
So it's been, like, over, like, 40 years.
It's almost 50.
Yeah, it's
Almost.
almost 50.
It's crazy. 50 years since The Godfather. And that movie still beats the fucking bag out of most 98% of anything that's ever been made.
What?
The Godfather.
Oh, yeah.
That movie is just, tremendous.
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 I
So
still think
great.
Donald Trump Northman would be a good, like... That's what he should put
I
out
will save you,
before
Melania.
he starts running in 2024. I will save you, Melania. I will avenge you,
Save you,
Baron.
Baron.
I will avenge you, Fred. I will avenge you,
I will kill
Donald
you.
Trump Jr.
I will kill you, Joe Biden. I will kill you.
I
Mike
think that's a
Pence.
little too on the nose,
I will
though, to
kill
put
Mike
out
Pence.
as, like, a political statement.
Yeah. He can. I will defeat you, Mike Pence.
I will defeat you, Mike Pence. I will defeat you, Ron DeSantis.
Honestly,
It should be Ron DeSantis.
it should be Ron DeSantis.
It should be Barron, and Trump's the father.
I will. I don't even know what Barron's. Barron's a mute. I don't think he's ever spoken.
Yeah, but like, why would you have your?
Correct at Fortnite, my son. He's very.
What
good
if
at
he's just? What if it's just Donald Trump playing Barron?
Fortnite. I will avenge you, Donald. I will save you, Melania. I will kill you, Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is an angry little elf, isn't he?
I don't.
He's an angry person.
I think he has.
You
all
see that
the
video of him just yelling at those kids to take their masks off?
yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
He has all the.
It's just theater, guys. Take it off. Take it off.
He has all the qualities that are missing from our friend the Donald. Like, he's not like the greatest stand-up comedian ever. A guy who can make anything funny.
Donald Trump, man. Only
made the-
Rosie O'Donnell.
I like how he
You've
made
called
the.
women you don't like fat pigs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Only Rosie O'Donnell.
He made the killing of Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi
Hysterical.
hilarious. Yeah, he's like, he
He
died,
died
like,
like a dog. Crying for his life like a dog.
What's open?
What was the name of that?
it is.
There's some like podcast he jumped onto like a few months ago that got taken down like
Full
across
send.
everywhere.
Yeah, full send. It was like, it's a bizarre.
Trump was?
My brother made me sit through that. That was just terrible.
Well, they weren't good interviews. They weren't asking him good questions.
They just let him like ramble about gas prices.
Yeah, and then he was like, he kept going back to how like the election was stolen. That's what I love. Like, they weren't like, hey, let's talk about what are you doing now? What are you up to now? What do you do now? Are you still in the loop? Like, what are you thinking about? Like, what would be your strategy? Like, they weren't asking him like, they asked him like, are you gonna run again? Instead of asking him like, what would be your strategy if you ran again? Like, you know, coaxing stuff out of him. They were just like, oh my god. It was just like, it was terrible. It was very lowbrow.
Yeah.
And
well,
he
I
just
mean,
rambled. Like, he was just like, you know, they found those votes in Philadelphia. You know, who knows where they came from? I don't know where they came from. Do you know where they came from? And he's like drinking like a happy dad. He's like 20 happy dads deep, and he's like, I told Fred, I said I'd never do it, but these
These
these even hard
They
seltzers?
go down like water.
They like, are these even hard? They're soft. They're soft seltzers, you know.
They're soft like Joe Biden's immigration
Let's see,
policy.
you know, let's talk about those 10,000 votes he stole
In
from me in
Portland,
Yuma. In Yuma, you know, he just took them on the 310 to Yuma and sent them, you know, to Arizona, to Oaxaca County. You know, he sent them there, and they're there. I don't know. But like, that was like the whole thing. It's like he
Look at
kept
what's happening
going
in
back. It was like
Portland,
an
Maine.
hour and
You
10
know,
minutes.
He's stealing the ballots there.
Yeah, it was just an hour and 10 minutes of him like talking about how like the election was rigged.
Look at what happened in Fulton County, Georgia. You know.
They took the midnight train.
They-
I don't know why I'm so into trains and ballots being on trains.
You know, I just watched The Murder on the Orient Express, and I've just
It's
been
like my
mesmerized.
nephew, how he's obsessed with trains.
It's like my son Baron, he's into Lionel. He has the Lionel coin bank. You know, and they see the commercial, Lionel coin bank, and I said, I gotta get him one.
Build a ramp up your ass, drive a Lionel up in there.
You know, that's what I'll do to Joe Biden if he tries to send the ballots.
We're gonna send the Amtrak up his ass.
We are. You know,
He doesn't even know where he is.
he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know where the ballots came from.
He doesn't know where they came from. He doesn't know where they go. So what are you good for, Cotton Eye Joe? What are you even doing?
You know, he can't even do the Cotton Eye Joe. He has no sense.
No stamina.
No stamina. He has no movement. His balance is terrible. One of the worst. He has some of the worst balance I've ever seen of a human being. I seen him fall up the steps of Air Force One
3 times.
3 times.
3 times it fell.
3 times he fell. He fell like the Berlin Wall. He fell. And, you know, the ballots, they fell from the sky, apparently.
They brought them in and they dropped them like leaflets.
He was
over
talking
fence.
about gas prices. He's just like, your gas prices are so high. You know, they're so high. They're like
Nobody's
the cost
ever
of ballots.
Nobody's ever seen this.
You
before.
know,
They're
it's
so
$6 a ballot. $6.25. Did I tell you the election was stolen? I hope he runs on the election being stolen. That would be hilarious. Like his whole thing is like it's not about restoring
Do you
America.
remember how his final campaign ad was just a compilation of him dancing to the YMCA?
Yeah.
What?
The final thing he sent out, the final
Was it
video that
I
his
thought
social
someone
media,
made
whatever.
that.
Yeah.
No,
he posted.
He
No.
tweeted that
And then
on
someone
election
did,
day.
No, and then someone did him going, like him saying YMCA.
I thought his Twitter was taken down before the.
No,
No,
I
it
was
was
thinking
during
that-
the tourist event at the Capitol.
Yeah, 1-6.
Oh man, if you guys.
It was just they were just tourists.
Remember that meme he posted of like the scene from the Kingsman or whatever? It was one of the Kingsman movies of like
He was killing like CNN and everything. Oh my god!
That was.
Oh my
I
God.
like the. I
There
like.
was one of him. He shoots like Pelosi and Joe Biden in that. Oh my god!
I like the. I like the
Oh my
one.
god!
I like the one that.
I totally forgot that existed.
I like. I
Look,
think
that
my
really ruined
favorite.
Freebird for me.
I think my favorite, like meme was like the Attack on Titan thing that people did, where they had like the I think it was like the
This is
House.
anime. This is not my.
This is like the House Republicans like
Forte.
not my forte.
beating up like
Not my milieu.
like Joe Biden is one of the Titans. And they're like attacking Joe Biden. It's all like the House and Senate Republicans, and they're like fighting the Titan, and the Titan is Joe Biden. And like, there's one scene where literally one of the characters from Attack on Titan is going to like stab AOC with a sword, and she's one of the Titans.
No, that was Paul Gosar.
Yeah, that was Paul Gosar. Yeah,
Yeah, he tweeted that.
he tweeted like this crazy, and then someone made like there was like a poster that they put out for one of the scenes of Attack on Titan, and it's like all the Titans' faces are like Democrats, and then there's like the fighters of the Titans, and they're all like House and Senate Republicans, like Lauren Boebert and like Marjorie Greene Taylor, and they have like guns pointed at the Titans. But then there's the famous WWE one where he like clotheslines, where it's actually Donald Trump and he clotheslines CNN.
That's right.
Remember when they shaved Vince McMahon's hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think someone did one of that, and it's like Nancy Pelosi. I've seen that.
Pelosi.
And they're shaving.
Pelosi, you know her husband is a drunk. He's a drunk, folks. He's catching dewies in Sonoma Valley. I mean, what are we doing here, folks? If that was you, if that was me, it would be front page news. But they're burying it because of the media's being corrupt. And they're a wing of the Democratic Party, the crazy Democratic Party, the left wing, the squad.
Well,
The con show.
Elon bought Twitter.
Officially? Is that official?
No, I think the deal is like
Dead.
I don't know. I don't know what's up with the deal. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know why everyone was so obsessed with that. I mean, the Saudi Arabians own Twitter for like, I think they still own part of Twitter, and so did BlackRock at one point. What are you looking up there,
Dead
Paul?
air.
Yeah, what are you doing
Dead
over
air.
I'm
there?
just on Twitter.
Yeah, he's on Elon Musk's app. Stay off that. We all should make truth socials.
Elon Musk, so inspirational. He tweeted 18 minutes ago, Tomorrow will be the first sunrise of the rest of your life. Make it what you want. And remember, I'm friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. Whoa.
What?
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah. That's insane.
I have a tweet that he sent right here. He said, he said this. He said, a certain thing that happened in the 1940s didn't happen. I won't discuss further, but I'm South African. So you know what I was up to when I lived there, pre-Nelson Mandela being out of jail. What?
This Elon Musk tweet just says, ching chong bing bong.
Oh my god.
I thought you were Chinese. Could you imagine? Didn't he tweet like something?
He did
Dave,
tweet,
I thought you were Chinese.
if I died under mysterious circumstances or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
there was like,
don't
but
be
he's
so-
tweeted like some other weird like memes. I don't know. I don't understand the whole appeal of him. Like,
He's autistic.
yeah,
That's
like,
why he does the shit he does.
yeah,
Right?
but like
That's why
also,
he's
like,
weird.
yeah, but like, his whole thing is he just.
It's not a dig
but
at
like
him. It's
his
just an
whole thing is he
explanation
just
for the
wants to live
behavior
on
pattern.
Mars because he like is antisocial.
Yeah.
Like, and people are like, I want to go to Mars with you. He doesn't want to go to Mars with you. He wants to go to Mars alone.
He wants to do a little The Martian action.
Yeah.
Speaking of The Martian, at the cigar store...
There was a Martian there.
No, when I
communed
visited...
with
Matt
him.
Damon
When
was
I
there?
visited... When
It
I
was
visited,
Marvin the Martian.
When I visited Jacques, there was some dude in that store, and he was like, oh, you're from the Boston area? I closed my eyes. You sound just like Matt Damon. And I was like, all right, buddy. Take a lap.
Matt Damon.
Take a lap. A drunk dude on a train told me I look like
You
Matt
sound
Damon.
like Robin Williams from Good Will Hunting. Imagine if he said,
It's not your fault.
"It's not your fault." It was just a Christopher Walken who was in the wine merchant.
It's not your fault that you're Chinese.
I could have sworn.
I assumed that you were Chinese. That's so bad. That's so bad. Like, how the hell did that happen? How is that allowed to be sent over the airwaves?
It was like 2012, right? It was like
No, he hosted SNL. It was like, they look like the
It looked like,
90s.
yeah, pretty old, like 90s.
No, that was like Dave Grohl with like long hair, though. And Dave Grohl had long hair in
yeah,
like the 2000s.
It was like mid-2000s.
I hate you with every fiber
I am not
of my
taking a
being.
photo. Nope. For sure I won't. I assumed you were Chinese. I don't know why he just became like a
Finish the
feminine.
closets and stuff too.
The walls were dead.
Dave, is the emphasis on the food or the fighters?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for asking, Chris. It's on the fighters. Ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. Introducing Foo Fighters.
Musical guest, Foo Fighters.
Who were the musical guests at Trump's inauguration?
3 Doors Down. They break
Really?
kryptonite.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was watching, so when
Who
I go to
let
the
them out of
Y,
the crate?
when I
Who
go
let
to the
them out of the
Y,
cage?
Fox News and the CNN are next to each other on the television screen, so it's like it's a tornado of hate. It's like a hate tornado. It's like a political hate tornado.
Mm-hmm. It
And-
really gets the juices flowing.
Yeah, I start to pump harder as, like, CNN talks about Ukraine and then Fox talks about some miscellaneous stuff that, like, it has nothing to do with anything going on in the world, and, like, CNN is stoking, like,
They want there to
international
be a-
incidences.
Yeah, CNN is begging for us to get involved
But,
in
like,
Ukraine.
so, like, CNN had the thing about, there was a conference this weekend, you know.
Oh, Davos.
Non-controversial conference in Houston, Texas.
Oh,
of the
I was
NRA.
talking about Davos.
And a bunch of...
the World Economic Forum.
oh. No, I'm not
Klaus
talking about-
Schmidt.
Yeah, David, who Strauss-Kahn was there. He was the NRA convention. Strauss-Kahn, former head of the IMF. Strauss-Kahn was there. But Don McLean was supposed to play, but he had to cancel due to non-controversial health reasons.
You know what's really funny about... He's a piece of shit. Did he beat his ex-wife?
I have no idea. All I know is he wrote American Pie.
Yeah, that's the only thing I
That's the only thing really I know about him. He was like one of those folk guys that's like really a one-hit wonder, you
Yeah.
know?
Not like our friend Jim Croce.
No,
Friend of the podcast.
or friend of the podcast, Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Friend of the Bob Dole.
Bob Dole. Friend of the podcast, Paul Simon.
Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Actual friend of the show. I know
Paul.
him. I've met him a couple of times. One time.
He was like,
couple
Paul,
one time.
I thought you were Chinese, Paul.
That's what he said to me.
He was like, you read Ayn Rand? You like,
Do you work out to Rage Against the
The
Machine
Machine.
like I do?
did you...
He is the machine. Like, what are we talking about here?
No, I think Paul Ryan's an interesting figure.
Yeah.
Him and Gavin Newsom should run as like a...
Him and Gavin McInnes.
Him and Gavin McInnes. Get a little Proud Boy action in there with Paul Ryan.
He's a proud boy.
Gavin McInnes and Anthony Cumia
Oh no.
should run together.
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher and Anthony Cumia should run for political office.
Yeah. I'd vote for that ticket.
New rule.
No rule.
New rule.
Republicans are stupid.
New rule. I'm gonna smoke pot while I watch you guys fight over what's left of this country.
No
Okay.
rule. No rule. The only legal prostitution is African American women.
Yeah, I've heard he like.
He's
You know,
weird.
no, Tiana Trump had like sex with him. Do you know that?
Well, didn't she say that on a podcast?
Yeah, she said that. I don't know how true that is, but apparently he was like a weirdo.
I mean, if you can't trust a porn star these days, who can you trust?
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're Bill Maher. You know.
Wait. The Northman starring Stormy Daniels.
That would just be. That would be pretty. That would be pretty forward thinking. A
Yeah.
woman main character and a. You know, it's pretty progressive. How about the Northman, Ben Sass,
Oh.
and Bill Maher is the uncle?
No, Bill Maher is the Willem Dafoe character. And they
No,
smoke
no.
pot,
No,
and
no,
he says the game
No.
word.
The whole thing is Ben Sass is getting revenge for her.
When he
Bill.
said the gamer word. at
Yeah,
him?
when he said the gamer word that killed Ben Sass's father. And so the whole movie takes place in Nebraska,
tilling the fields.
tilling the fields, and picking corn, a job which is beneath
Beneath Bill Maher. Yeah,
That would be a great movie.
that would be. Yeah, I would watch that.
I'd event.
90 minutes. I would watch that.
No, not 90 minutes. It's gonna be 4 hours.
3 hours. Yeah.
And every 5 minutes, Bill Maher appears as another character and says the game word to remind Ben Sass.
He's just like some random dude in a village. He's another one of the people that's sold into slavery. He's just like, I'm not
New
doing
rule.
this.
I'm a beep.
Oh my god, I knew that was gonna make this way and it's so slow.
Oh Jesus!
He's
Christ.
the woman that he's the woman shaman. Like Ben
York.
Sass goes into the burned down
Hut thing.
like church thing,
Mhm.
and he appears and he's like, new rule. I'm a beep. It's a joke. Laugh. Oh man.
He's one of the slaves when they show up at the farm, and he's like tilling the fields. I'm a
No. He's just every other character in the movie.
It's just Ben
Sass
Sass
is
and Bill
just
Maher.
Ben Sass in Nebraska. The whole movie takes place in Nebraska, in one cornfield in Nebraska.
Oh wait a second! When Ben Shapiro shows up as the Children of the Corn dude.
Yeah. With Mr. Feeney. Mr. Feeney's the thing with the
I
scythe from
love
Children
Mr.
of the Corn. You do like Mr. Feeney, so I won't do the Mr. Feeney impression.
Mr. Shapiro.
Mr. Shapiro.
You just said you
You've
weren't
already
going to do
done it.
Yeah, I know. I've done it enough times that it doesn't matter. With your roller backpack.
it. Mr. Shapiro.
Mr. Ben Sass, don't let that Bill Maher say that dirty word to you. No, he's the... Mr. Feeney is the shaman figure. And he's the one who gives the sword to kill Bill Maher. It's like Boy Meets World meets Real Time with Bill Maher meets the Northman.
Bro.
What a collaboration. Those are like 3 different genres that like do not belong together.
And the movie's just called Politically Incorrect.
No, the movie's called
So, folks, if you don't know the reference we're making, why don't you just do a little Googling? Get on the Google machine. Get on
Dude,
the
that
YouTube.
thing is just scrubbed. You
can find it on YouTube. Just search Ben Sass, Bill Maher.
says the game award.
No. Just search Bill Maher, Ben Sass, tilling the fields.
What I love is that show's not live, so that show went through editing, and he said
They
that
were
we're-
allowed to keep that.
they were allowed. Like, I think he fought to keep it in too. I don't think it was one of those things where like the editors were like, "Yeah, fuck it." Like they went to him and probably were like, "Dude, like you're an idiot if like we put this out," because HBO doesn't give a shit what you put on there. Like you can say whatever you want, do whatever you want, sort of thing within reason. I'm surprised he didn't get like
within
the show
the
didn't
bounds
get,
of good taste.
Yeah, like I'm surprised the show didn't get canceled.
Are you looking it up right now?
With Bill.
Are you looking it up? You're
Ben
on
says Bill
YouTube.
Maher.
Are you looking it up? Don't play it.
Don't play
Don't
it.
play
It's
it.
very uncomfortable.
It is. I'm as uncomfortable as Ben Sass was.
Dude, the look on his face.
He has this sheer abject horror.
He's like my political career is over.
It's
Well,
like
you-
it's like when all those critics that shit talk the Northman were watching the Northman. That's the expression they had. Horror. Disbelief.
Disbelief that Bill Maher could say.
I know you can find it, but don't. Play
I'm not
it.
gonna play it, but I'm
We can play it.
That's
afterwards.
literally that
Save
top
to-
one is the one. That's the
saved
one.
to watch later.
Yep.
We can watch that, and when we turn this off, we can all watch it.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. I don't know how he survived that. Truly, that was like 2018. That was post Trump. That was like crazy.
It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Didn't Donald Trump sued Bill Maher for Bill Maher calling him an orangutan, and he like doesn't shut up about it. Like he just is like, Trump sued me
Bill.
because I called him an
Bill,
orangutan.
we're old friends. Why are you doing this?
He said, no one watches that show. That show with Bill Maher. He thinks he's a funny guy. That's like what he said at like some dinner.
Bill, I love you. But your ratings, they're so terrible. Remember when they
Watch
tried to
it.
bring back The Apprentice with Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Of course it failed.
Yeah.
Because who wants-
Schwarzenegger, he has no stamina.
He brought his son on, the one that's like 20 feet tall. The one that he didn't have with Shriver,
Everybody knows this.
Everybody knows this. He brought him on. He was a contestant. The whole thing was rigged.
Just like the election, totally
Just like
rigged.
Did you know they found 750 million votes in an oil drum off the coast of California? Gavin Newsom, who's is a protagonist in an Ayn Rand novel. I met him. He was flying around in one of those bullet trains, but it was like on magnets, and it was floating above the earth. And he came with that slick haircut, and he tried to sell me objectivism, and I told him, get away from me. Gavin Newsom. Didn't Gavin Newsom have like a scandal when he was the mayor of San Francisco? He cheated on his wife.
Was it Kimberly Guilfoyle?
I might have been.
He was married to Kimberly Guilfoyle at
That
one
is
point.
crazy.
Yeah.
And now she's with Don Jr.
Yeah. The best is yet to come.
That's one of the greatest. That's one of the greatest lines. I love that. That was my favorite thing about the in-person
fucked up on
CPAC,
coke.
the
She was
RNC, the in-person RNC.
So fucked up on coke.
Remember that the DNC in 2020 was like
Virtual.
virtual,
And they didn't even have the speakers there.
No.
The speakers zoomed in. Yeah.
Yeah, but Joe Biden was live from his like bunker
basement.
somewhere in the middle of the
In
United
Wilmington.
States,
The bunker in
in
Wilmington.
under the DuPont building, where he saw those two men kiss all those years ago,
Taking a
allegedly.
bump down the
Allegedly,
street. My pa said to me, I love them, they love me, they love each other no more than I love your mother. The same amount, in the same way. So I took that to heart. I remembered that. I remember when I saw that kid kicking a box of donuts down the street.
dude. I just like that him
What's
and
a skull
Corn Pop
cap?
dueled. Him and Corn Pop dueled live in the DNC. He had a chain and Corn Pop had a knife. It was like a gladiatorial.
knife.
That would be awesome as like a gladiatorial games thing where you have like Corn Pop versus Joe Biden. Maybe Trump will do that when he's president again. We'll have like We'll have
Bring
Bread and
back the
Circus.
Bread and Circus.
We'll have Bread and Circus, and it'll be Corn Pop versus Donald Trump, or
Joe
Corn Pop
Biden.
versus Joe Biden, and then Donald Trump will be like,
He's just eating grapes.
"Kill him,
He's having people feed him.
kill
grapes.
him, Corn Pop, do it now, do it."
Do it.
That would be. I'd pay to watch that.
I think I would too.
Joe Biden with a chain,
This came so close
Joe
to
Biden
my
with a
face.
skull cap.
with a skull cap and a cane, with a chain, and a cane. He has a cane too. He's swinging the cane around.
Joe
and the
Biden.
chain.
Joe Biden with a bullwhip.
Yeah, we could have Hunter versus
That's the undercard. So it's gonna be
Undercard should be like Hunter versus Dawn.
Eric.
No. Eric's too good to get like all.
Yeah, his face.
His
he
face
has
is
to
too
go
nice now. He got all that Botox,
all that work, yeah,
and all the
yeah.
liposuction. Like he
Yeah.
looks good now. So it'd be Eric versus Don Jr. And then we could have Kimberly Guilfoyle versus
the wife that was Bo's wife,
yeah.
but then was fucking Hunter.
Yeah, that, and they could duel to the death.
And then Baron should fight Hunter's illegitimate son.
Yeah.
The baby.
And then
With the stripper.
Dr. Jill Biden, the woman's main card should be Dr. Jill Biden versus Melania. And like Jill will have like a book that like shoots knives out of it, or like what are those throwing stars? The
Shuriken.
The shurikens. It's a book.
And
that
Melania's just throwing her nude photos at her.
yeah, and they're
her
like
nudes from the 90s.
Yeah, and they're razor sharp, and they like cut through like reality. You know, like when they
You're
slap.
very creative. You're very creative.
They cut into like a dimension, and she like summons all these
Yeah.
like these beasts and stuff. That would be kind of cool. We could have like the ghost of Jeffrey Epstein fight like the ghost of Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, that's a good one.
That would be like
That's a good one.
the celestial
The celestial
card.
belt.
Yeah, the World Celestial Championship. Rush Limbaugh's like just his thing is like he's just like shooting cigarette smoke out of his mouth at like spectral cigarette smoke, and we'd have to have like a ventilation system so no one would get cancer from all the secondhand smoke that would be pumped into the air.
Wasn't it brain cancer?
No, I thought he had lung cancer. I thought that was the whole irony of it was that he had lung cancer, and he said that like smoking didn't cause cancer.
Cigarettes don't cause cancer.
Yeah, I thought that was
It's
like
just another lie by the Democrats.
I think we should have Don Imus.
They want to take away our menthols. And look at this, they're taking away our menthols now. Preposterous.
I think we should
I've
have.
heard about that.
Some bullshit.
I think
Some
we
baby
should,
back bullshit.
I think we should have Don Imus fight that woman from
Don
Rutgers. We should have the Battle of the Dons. We could have
Don
Don
King
Imus.
and Don
or
Imus.
the woman from Rutgers that he said those mean things about all those years ago. They got him taken off the air. That would be another one.
Wait, Battle of the Kings. Don King, Sean King.
Yeah.
Sean King is just trying to sell his merch. He's just pushing his merch. He's just
Yeah.
like, buy my sweatshirts.
Who else we should have fight?
This is like at the Rose Bowl. Like,
Yeah, it's at the Rose Bowl. It's like they did NASCAR at the Rose Bowl.
It's sponsored by
yeah.
It's sponsored by Citigroup, like Pride.
No, it's what's the name of that gun company that from
Smith & Wesson.
no, the gun company from the situation in Texas.
Bushmaster.
Daniels something. They had like an ad on Twitter the day of the
No,
shooting.
it should be. No, you know what? It should be sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee,
Mm-hmm. I like that.
and it should be sponsored by My Pillow. It should be
And
sponsored.
also the William Legate Pillow Company. Now,
Yeah.
The Good Pillow or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Good Pillow. Doctor. Oh, we should have Dr. Oz.
Daniel
Mehmet Oz.
Defense. Daniel Defense.
Daniel
that's it.
Defense. Yeah, that could be another sponsor. And Dr. Mehmet Oz should fight someone. Should
Why
fight
are
Dr.
you so
Eugene
upset?
Goo.
Why are you
Eugene.
obsessed with him.
Because he literally went on like live television and talked about how people were selling children. He
So-
said that at a stump speech. He talked about selling children.
On the 16th of May,
Nothing important happened on that day. Nothing tragic or anything.
I was just going to read a tweet from a company called Daniel Defense. They put a tweet out. You can't write this shit. It's
Saw the picture.
It's
Yeah,
a
damn.
picture of a child holding an I'm assuming an AR-15 style assault rifle, maybe a Bushmaster XM15, and it says, "Train up a child in the way he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it." This was the day of nothing happened. But I'm just saying it's very upsetting. And it was at 12:30 in the afternoon.
That's
so it was
decent. That's a decent
after-
marketing campaign.
It was
I'd say.
after situations went
Yeah.
down.
Did the guys from Mad Men come up with that?
It's just
It's
drunk-
John
It's just
Hamm.
drunk John Hamm.
John,
It's just drunk John Slattery.
I think that's a good. Now we can have them. Black Rifle Coffee. Who should we? We should have just a bunch of fights because that's what it's like YouTube boxing, But there's 10 times more at stake.
Yeah.
It's like the soul of America is at stake. That's how we should market it.
That's the slogan of it.
And then who will? Well, Trump's not going to fight anyone because Trump's going to be like the overlord of the country by then. I want to pitch this idea to Trump. You think we could get into Mar-a-Lago? You want to fly down there, Paul, on a red eye and just like pitch that to him? Like when you become like Doctor, Master, Professor, Overlord of this country, like will you put off? Well, can we pull off this show at the Rose Bowl? What should we call it? The battle for the soul of the nation.
Battle for the soul of America.
The battle for the soul of the nation. Featuring Dr. Mehmet Oz versus Eugene Gu.
Sean King versus Don King.
Don Imus versus a mystery opponent.
Don Corleone.
Don Corleone. The ghost of Marlon Brando.
He's just trying to kiss him.
Hunter Biden versus Don Jr.
Hunter Biden versus his crippling crack addiction.
Hunter Biden's weapon should be his art.
Well, that is an offensive tool. So.
What is
So
Don,
is he.
What is Don Jr.'s weapon?
A vial of cocaine.
No. Oh yeah, he has crack rocks. He's like, come here, Hunter, come here.
It's those crack pipes that they gave, that the Biden administration gave to the crackheads.
I'm thinking of, who else could be on the car? It's gonna be like a mega car.
Yes.
The main battle between
It's gotta be Lauren Boebert and
members of the squad. No, we're gonna
the squad versus.
So it's gonna be Madison Cawthorn, Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert,
MGT.
Marjorie Taylor versus the squad.
Yes. Well, who has to fight against Ilhan Omar? I bet you she's scrappy. So let's give her Madison Cawthorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does he turns into like a transformer. And he humps the.
I was gonna say he just starts fucking his cousin.
That's his power, is like indecency. And Matt Gaetz, I don't know what Matt Gaetz would like burn down like a tax collection office or something, mining Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I don't
Matt
know what
Gaetz just
sends
a Venmo payment to an underage girl. Thanks for the sex.
And then it just sends out a sonic wave of
just
of
pure
energy.
energy.
Just pure energy.
Pure godful energy.
Who else should fight?
Who is Matt Gaetz fighting?
No, but it's just that's like a battle royale between like the squad and the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
We'll call them Team Patriot.
Real Patriot News.
It's Real Patriot News. Yeah. Patriot News.
We should call him up.
We should.
Yeah. We should call him up. We gotta figure out who.
We could have Damascus Steel supply all of like the knives and swords.
The Damascus Steel. Do you have anything that looks more phallic, my friend?
Proceeds to send a picture of the male
Just
anatomy.
Different penises. How many penises did you have saved to your phone for that moment?
5 or 6, and then I immediately deleted all of them.
Yeah. I mean, whose dicks were they? I'm just asking the question.
I don't know. I just looked up male anatomy.
You just asked Sean. Never. I can't. No, not who you're thinking of.
No, you're gonna call Sean Penn, the actor.
Not
Sean
who
Penn.
I was thinking of either.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
Okay, maybe that's who we should be thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't want to expose. I don't want to expose anybody who's closeted homosexuals here.
You like Sean Penn? Him and I Am Sam. Him as I Am Sam should fight.
Yeah.
We should have a crazy car. He should fight like Richard Spencer.
No, I think he should fight Tom Hanks as Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Or maybe we should have James Wood fight someone.
James Woods.
He like it's all liberal and conservative. It's all juxtaposition.
Is James Woods and Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Who else could we have? Who's like big like anti-Trump actors? We should have like
Rob
Hollywood.
Reiner.
We should have
Rob Reiner's big anti-Trump.
we should have Michael Moore fight Dinesh D'Souza. That would be a good fight. Thinking about. We should have just like hundreds of fights. Like the actual match doesn't happen for a week later. Like the main event. You know, in boxing matches, like you watch the pay-per-view and the main event doesn't happen until like 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do one of those, but it's like a 7-day event.
It's just free food.
It's just free food,
There's
bread
food
and
trucks.
circus.
There's those food trucks from DC.
From the National Mall.
No, wait, the guy that smashes the glass should be one of the fighters.
Yeah, he should fight that other guy for that spot on the National Mall.
Winner gets the whole National Mall to their food
We should
truck.
have our mutual friend from
Hi, Bubs.
from around here, you know. Our mutual friend. Yeah, you should fight someone.
I mean, you gotta find a really militant liberal to fight that guy.
He's going to take a picture of the dog.
That's what I was
Lulu.
trying to do
Good
the
luck with
whole
that.
time.
Lulu should fight the Trump's dog.
Oh my god. He's gonna take a picture for pooping.
That's what he sends to the Portland Press Herald. This is what I'm going to do to America. This is what I'm going to do to America.
Stop running.
Lulu.
Listen here, Edward R. Murrow. This is what I'm going to do to America. And you send him the picture of Lulu
I just
peeing.
sent a picture of. I just said.
Lulu
I sent it to
defecating.
David's straight hair. Hey, Bubs.
Listen here, Fran Lebowitz.
I don't care how many pictures you've taken.
I don't care how much you love this country and how much you love New York City. This is what I'm going to do to it.
She's not interested. $10 as soon as he gets the picture, she goes, shit.
She saw the camera and just walked away.
I can hear you.
She's like, my owner is quite the interesting being.
Come here, Bubs. I've wanted to take pictures of you all weekend, but we didn't have any time.
Oh my god, that just sounds so...
Weird. Nope. She's like, I'm out. He's like, you can get my backside.
I'm reading now, Ricky Williams is legally taking his wife's last name for relationship balance. He's a former NFL
former
star.
running back.
He's former NFL star. He's former tight end for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That was a good one.
Look how heavier she's breathing. Her stomach's going like this so aggressively.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no. Oh no.
Listen here, Barack Obama. He sends that to Obama's vineyard house. Listen here, Barack Obama. I'm a dog. I'm a dirty dog. I'm gonna attack you in this form. This is my
My
dog.
final form.
This is my final form. A little Jack Russell Terrier. Dude, this is just rolling, and you're just over here. This is supposed to be your show, and you're over taking pictures of your canine.
I love
Canine
Lulu.
companion.
Well, look, I mean,
I
if
do
my-
love Lulu too.
If my mom's theory is correct and her health is starting to fail, I don't know how many chances I'm going to get. So,
Take pictures of her and send them to Barack Obama's
house on Martha's Vineyard.
Listen here, Obama. This is my final form, a Jack Russell Terrier. I'm going to come to your house and
Why
attack
does it sound like Michael Douglas?
Because it's me,
Michael Douglas.
Nathan Douglas. I'm here. What's that movie he's in with Sean Penn as his brother? And like, it's Michael Douglas.
Oh, The Game?
The Game. That's a great movie.
That is a fucking amazing.
That's way
flick.
better than Falling Down.
Yes! Falling Down's not that good.
No, it's not.
People hype that movie up so much, and I was just like, meh.
It's too like
On the nose.
no, it's too like 90s like.
How is a can of Diet Coke $3?
Yeah, it's like it doesn't make sense for the time period because the 90s like weren't that tumultuous.
No.
They were like kind of blasé.
Relatively stable.
Yeah, they were kind of blasé. You know, and it's like, why is this guy like losing his mind? I guess like maybe like the mundaneness of modernity made him crazy, but like I just like really didn't understand the point of that movie. The Game is a much better movie when he shoots Sean Penn. I like that scene. That was it's a funny gag. You know? Funny little gag.
Funny haha. Yeah, that film, I have a theory in my head as to how it actually ended. I won't... For those of you who have not seen it, you should
Wasn't
watch
the
it.
whole movie really about his dad jumping off the top of their house, jumping off the roof of their house, and
Is that what
falling to
happened
the
to their
ground. Yeah, and they all like he keeps having these like PTSD attacks to his dad, like jumping off the roof of his house.
Do a flip.
You know, but
Maybe that's an ash on the table.
That's all right. Look at the table's covered in fucking soot or whatever.
Oh,
so it's
All
fine.
in.
Pollen and ash.
Oh my god, my mare's the pollen. It's just killing me. Ryan's on his way. Aiden texted me asking if the party was still happening, and I'm like, buddy, I don't know how you're gonna get over here because I'm not going to pick you up. But it is 15 minutes to tip, so we should probably wrap this up.
what did you want? What did you get Ryan for his birthday?
Bottle of Jameson IPA edition. Yeah.
And that's what I had with Rose. It was very good.
Why do you ask?
I'm just curious of what you got him.
Unfortunately, your graduation gift, multi-layered as it was, came first to me. And I forgot that this week it was also Ryan's birthday, so I hastily found that bottle of booze for him.
Because I bought him Planet. Yeah, that's what I got him for his birthday.
Thanks for showing me up,
Yeah,
dickhead.
yeah, I bought
That's
him.
the one I give
I
Ivan.
bought him Nebula Omicron 95.
And we're just going to rename it Nebulous Tracer.
Yeah, no, we're gonna rename the planet Planet Trump, and that's where we're gonna have the fight now. I just remembered.
It's going to be for the, instead of the worldwide belts, it's going to be the intergalactic belts.
Yeah, like, and I've been in a communication with all of the extraterrestrials in the galaxy, and they're willing to come and they're gonna make a card of over 1 million. It's gonna be a whole solar year of fights. It's gonna be
How
like
long
Mortal
is the
Kombat.
year on that planet? How long is the year on that planet? It's not
It's-
365. It's going to be longer,
It's
right?
like 7 Earth years is 1 year.
It's a dog planet then.
Yeah, it's a dog
Oh
planet.
my god.
So it ties in with the Dirty Dogs thing. So it's all like
connected.
mangled together in this
Like,
weird
It's a web.
cacophony of
Yeah. A crescendo.
a crescendo
A
of
coup de
everything,
grace.
of every
A Gudrick Doomerang battle.
Yeah, of every creative thought I've ever had in my entire life weaved into one moment.
How
Or-
was it that we couldn't figure out what Gudrick Doomerang's battle was?
No, it comes from
Goddard Dameron.
Yeah,
We figured it out, but it took us like 2 years.
yeah, which is like the German pronunciation of Ragnarok.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it's
It's a Wagner,
yeah, it's Wagner orchestral
like
symphony.
opera. Yeah. It comes. I think it
You know
comes,
that was the last thing they played when the Russians were storming Berlin.
yeah.
They played that as they were just like taking over the city.
But that opera is what the Lord of the Rings is based on loosely. 'Cause it's called like the Three Rings or whatever. It's called The Ring.
Oh sure.
Yeah, it's like a fun fact. If you guys are keeping score,
Very nice.
you guys are keeping
Impressive.
score.
Very nice.
If you're keeping score of this game,
I'm Michael Douglas.
I'm Michael Douglas, and this has been Paul's Cacophony of Errors.
Well, I don't know if we. Do you have anything to plug, fellas and lady?
Go Celtics.
Yes, go Celtics. Game 7.
Celtics in 7.
I'm gonna plug my my brand of absinthe.
And it's not like that shit you get in America that's not really absinthe. It's the
yeah,
real shit.
Yeah, I make it
Oh
in my
my
I make it in
lord.
my tub. where I bathe my 9-month-old pit bull. Pitbull Doberman mix.
I can't wait to read on the news that your house blew up trying to make absinthe in the bathtub.
I turned
It's just a
the
meth lab.
bathtub into like a distilling pot.
You just have a giant
I will literally
copper
kill you.
pot in there,
I'm taking a shower with a copper pot.
and the tubes are everywhere. You use one as a shower head.
I'm like lighting the propane tank.
What are
like,
we, a
in the
wizard?
shower.
Like, what is this?
Ade, Dewey, Dumbledore, give me the delegates.
Last
I
night, did
beg
you
of
see me last night at the Revs game doing all the Macbeth like
Yeah,
those big like the Macbeth like witch thing? Because that's what they do in Macbeth. They're like this double toil and trouble. Like
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of that. Did you see the speaking of Macbeth, there's like the new version of Macbeth.
The one with Denzel?
Yeah,
No.
Still haven't seen that either.
it looks pretty
I
good.
skipped it. I'm not really interested. I watched the
I was in it.
I watched the Michael Fassbender Macbeth last year, and I was less than impressed.
I was in Macbeth in space.
What?
I played Space
Okay,
Mechanic.
Jimmy Neutron.
That was a great play.
Planet with the chicken. The giant chicken.
The giant chicken.
They do the chicken dance.
Oh man.
All right. Well, I think we're done.
I think we did it.
I think we're done. Thank you, Brandon. On that note, see, I forgot how to turn this thing off. This is new. Wait,
Keep this.
it's only at 39 minutes. Did it save something after 2 hours? Maybe.
Maybe it's saved.